Hello.
Uy, I wasn't ready.
Hey.
How are you?
How are you? I'm fine. How are you?
I like how you say hey to me as if we hadn't seen each
We
other
have
for the
just
past
seen, yeah.
2 years.
Hey. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Miracle.
Miracle.
Milagrazo.
Miracle in seeing you.
Espérame.
¿Te ayudo?
No, don't worry.
So, we're fixing some
Yeah,
audio
yeah.
things.
I mean,
Nicolas was super ready.
not at all. What are we doing today?
I guess you're painting.
What? Oh, Danny, could
What?
you lower like my gain like quite a
tiny
bit? Yeah, I'm gonna say quite a bit, because I think I yell too
Okay.
much. That's
No, the
actually
thing
the
is
truth.
that I speak a little bit lower
And I yell.
than you
so,
do.
So yeah. So I think this is gonna be good.
Okay.
No, because I've listened to myself in some of past videos, and I do think my gain is way too high, and I'm always screaming. So.
No. But I've listened to it and I think you're fine.
Well,
I think
because,
it's more than I'm like
No,
here
it-
always and
but
you
it's
speak a
because
little
we.
bit higher.
People can turn down the volume, and that's always good. But I think that objectively, I'm a little too loud.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
So I lowered it but a tiny bit.
What's that?
I lowered it, the gain, but a tiny
Okay,
bit.
so people can let us know if I've been always a little too loud, and if it's better now, or if it could be a little bit lower. So for today, I left these two little remnants from yesterday's painting, and I guess this was a mix that I had done previously, and I had understood it to be a little bit darker, and that's why I pushed it to the side, and I used some of that to mix the one that we use in the end. And yesterday was a really cool painting. It was really, really fun. I think I would go insane if I would have to do paintings like that for like 2 weeks, let's say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would go blind, I feel. So today we
Or
are
maybe you would gain like a superpower.
like a
Super
sixth
powerful
sense.
eyes. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you can see new colors now.
I could start seeing like radio waves,
See, yeah.
like Wi-Fi waves.
Yeah, you can see in the
Nice.
dark now.
It's like the Wi-Fi is down. I can sense it. So I'm good. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Terrible yoke.
Yeah.
Yoke.
Yoke.
Terrible.
Excellent yoke. Anyways,
Ay, Nicolás.
today we're gonna do a very limited palette also for this painting. I think it can make sense, and it's based on this idea that I think for most of us that have worked with the Zorn color palette, we know it to be true. Comparatively, when you are acknowledging each pigment's nature, you realize that cad red is always going to be in that palette the accent of saturation, meaning that all the other colors play incredibly important roles. I mean, in a 4-color palette, each one of those four colors is absolutely essential. So I'm not trying to say that cad red is any better or worse than the other colors, but what you can tell is that there isn't one color that is different than the rest, and it's cad red or traditionally vermilion that has a higher chroma than the rest. Higher chroma than titanium white, that one's easy. Higher chroma than earth yellow, that's easy. Higher chroma than ivory black. So those are like gimmies. And yesterday, I realized how powerful that chroma can be when you're trying to, in my case, I was just trying to kind of level the values in those hues, in that, grayish blue, in that earthy yellow, and in that red orange, that cad red that turns more like a cooler red when you mix it with titanium white. But regardless of all that white in it, when you're trying to do lighter values, the cad red still packs a punch. So much so that I think that chroma alters a little bit the way you perceive value. Particularly when you start putting it right next to other colors in the painting, and it's really amazing. It's a fantastic thing. I mean, color is like this magical, mythical, almost like sort of alchemy. So in wanting to explore a little bit of that red, a little bit of that saturation, we did some exercises. I feel. Let me think. I don't know. Did we use? Do you remember, Danny? If we
What?
used only 3 colors: black, white, and cat red,
I think we did.
but for the whole week?
No, I think one day, then you added 2.
I think I remember your painting. You remember that you have like a red coat and
Yeah.
you're holding
Yeah,
like a red
But
bag.
the week, I think it was like white, black plus 1.
I've taken if you
plus
check our
2
page,
plus
it's not
3.
they're not probably there, Danny, because I have to take
Okay.
them out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have
'cause-
a maximum number that we can put there.
So let me check here.
While you're looking, so the painting that we're gonna do a young-ish, not super young Mick Jagger, but or how that I'm a Scouser at heart, so I'm gonna say Mick Jagger. That's a joke that only people from Liverpool will get, or maybe only Mick McNichols, which I'm very sad for because Everton is going to go to the championship. So not so sad though. But anyways, so we're going to do a young-ish Mick, and in a very obvious effort, we're going to almost like understand that cad red as the accent that we're going to put on the lips. It's going to be super easy. It's not going to be the only place where I want cad red. I want it to be kind of scattered through like grayer pinks that are prepping, that are almost prepping you as an observer to know that there's going to be this very nice moment of cad red. But I don't just want to make a sort of grisaille and then punch that with red. You could do that. That's of course a painting that will work. But I want to see if I can make it a little more organic. And we are not. Let me see. Yeah, let's not use any medium, or let's not draw. So for today's painting, well, draw in the sense that let's not have like an underdrawing. So for today's painting, we're just going to use, like I said, titanium white, cad red. I got to see if I have to put some cad red. I don't know if this is fresh. And ivory black. So let's start.
I'm
And
looking.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna do like a long neck. Love necks. Love long necks. So. We're gonna do that. We're gonna take advantage of that gesture to really push that neck.
So I think I didn't get it.
Oh, it's okay. No. People can look for it too. That's totally fine. I remember which one it is, so don't worry. We'll find it. We don't have to rush with that. It's not too big. I really want to push the neck, like make it not absurdly long, but pretty long.
Hola, mi cholis.
Choliberry.
¿Sigues acá? Para saber si estás con Chompi y mandarle un saludito.
Choliberry, Chockberry.
Que estaba diciendo mi mamá. Hola, mis amores, ya estoy aprendiendo a pintar. Excelente trabajo.
De pronto
Uy,
con
mi
los
cholis.
videos ya se siente
¿Qué?
parte de nuestro mundo.
Siempre ha sido parte de nuestro mundo.
No, pues parte del
Siempre, Nicolás.
mundo que se ensucia las manos pintando. No sé qué estoy diciendo.
Sí, yo tampoco. Robin was saying you're gonna move like Jagger.
Oh, I can't. If you see me moving like that,
Something's
I think
wrong.
it's the last movement that I'll ever do. It's prior to dying. So call an ambulance.
What was the painting you told me? You thought it was one that I was with a red
You
hood?
have a red coat,
Red
red
coat?
jacket or red coat,
No.
and you're holding a red bag, and your hands are like super simple.
A red
they're very-
bag?
Yeah, you're holding like You know that
Oh,
bag?
a purse, like a
The
super
purse.
big
Yes, yes.
purse. Okay.
I think your mother gave you or that purse or something.
No,
Or you
I
gave it to your
think-
mother or something. I don't know.
No. I got it from a store.
Oh, it was free or
'Cause
something? They
yeah,
gave it to
'cause
you?
I-
That's
well,
the thing.
I
mean, with the purchase of all this stuff. Or,
yeah, it was like if you buy a lot of money in some things, and I had to buy some things that the dermatologist sent me.
yeah.
So they were like, "Oh, you get a purse. Do you want the black one or the red one?" And I was like, "Oh no, the black one. Oh, we run out, so you get the red one." I was like, "Okay." So that was it. But was it for our painted lives? You sure?
I am 100% positive.
Because
But
I don't
don't
see it. I've
I'm
been
sure
through
it's
all
there.
the videos.
No, I'm sure it's there. Don't worry, but you don't have to look for it. Don't worry.
No, now I need to.
No, you don't have to.
Now I need to. Not this one. Let's see. We've done a lot of videos.
Oh, yeah.
Nicolas.
Yeah.
Um,
Very proud of that.
this was no.
You're narrating
Yeah.
the search.
So let me tell you, guys, everyone, I am in a week we did instead of whites.
Yeah, no, that's not the week. It's the same
Shadow
week-
and light.
It's the same week that I painted Tommy.
Why did I buy this?
It's the same week that I painted Tommy. It's the same week. I think it was called Black and White Plus one plus something or something like that.
Let's see.
I know I painted Tommy for that week. Ooh,
You okay?
the red was wanted to leave the palette. So sorry. Good thing we lowered the gain.
The gain.
on that one.
I would.
Sorry for that. Yeah, but
No, I
that
want
red was
to
like,
listen
I'm
to
out.
that.
I'm out of here. I don't want to do it.
I want to listen to that scream. It
I
could
don't want
be-
anything to do with this painting today.
I'm gonna use. Oh, here it is. But let's see, cause I don't think it was.
What?
It was a week called
Black and White plus one or something? Maybe?
Nope. Black,
Oh, there we go. There we go.
and it was no, cause you look, it was in Spanish, so you wrote. Para hoy redujimos la paleta utilizada ayer donde el negro hacía de azul en una paleta de colores primarios blanco de titanio y eliminamos el amarillo cadmio. Sí,
Okay.
tienes razón, sí. Entonces blanco de titanio, cadmio y negro marfil.
Yeah.
Era
No, I was very sure. I remember that painting.
So,
So I was super sure.
I'm
But
gonna share the link.
Okay.
Someone wants to check it out.
now
I mean,
you can sleep tonight,
yeah.
Dan. You were.
Well, actually, I can't
You
because
can.
I have to work a lot today.
Yeah, but everyone has to go to sleep.
No, not me.
No, come on.
Not me. No. It's been a hard week. So not me.
Well, the week is not over, so don't worry.
Not me. Let's see. I'm gonna say hi.
Yeah.
So, hi, Svenskart. Hi, Serene. Hi, Javi. Robin. Hola, Lucas Miranda. Hi, Mikhail. Because yesterday they told us it wasn't Michael, but Mikhail. So, hi, Cody. Hi, Paston. Hola, Jesús de la Osa. Hola, Margo. Hi, Beshfria. Hi, Guillaume. Hi, Juan Cuevas. Hola, Iván. Hi, Hannah. Hannah said, hey, oh my god, I'm so excited for this. Can we have the reference so we can paint along?
Let me send it to Danny if you want.
Okay.
Give me like a couple of seconds.
Nicolas Julot. Jolu. I don't know how to say it. How would you
Mhm.
go with
What's the
Julou?
Oh, no.
Julu?
I think you did.
Julu?
You did really well with that.
Maybe?
Yes.
They were saying the efficacy of your first brush strokes always amaze me. Guillaume was saying, Nicolas, any top watercolor artist I should check? I'm trying it.
Dean Mitchell, for sure.
The
Sargent.
I was thinking more like contemporary artists.
The ones that we bought, Ana Alpatieva.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Also, when Benjamin Björklund uses watercolor,
he's the best.
He's amazing with every medium. So
yeah, but he is a natural watercolorist. It's incredible. Those are, you're good with those. I feel
with watercolors.
Yeah, I'm with the names that we're giving, or Nick Alm. When Nick Alm does watercolor. No, I was saying you as in audience. Like, you. Yeah. I mean, you're good too. But I was saying, oh God, if anyone just gave me Ben Björklund and like Dean Mitchell, and that's like, okay, I can study that for many years. Thank you.
Cody Winnicky said.
So I just sent it to you. Dan.
Okay. Cody Winnicky said Nick Runch is amazing at watercolor.
Yeah. He's very talented. He's super, super cool.
Bashria said, my grandma has joined the watch party today too.
What?
Oh, hi, Bashria's grandma.
So what's her name?
How are you?
What's her name? Proper shout out.
Yeah.
And does she speak English? Or how could we say hi to her? So
today I am like a light bulb in the camera.
Oh, our camera,
it's fine.
We have to stop worrying about that.
Yeah, no,
that
and I
webcam.
realized I had a black shirt and I was like, oh.
Yeah, but good cameras don't. It's okay if you have a black shirt.
That I think the lights are more like you turn them a little bit more. So more, like they give light to everywhere, but that's fine. I mean.
Yeah, but that shouldn't. Like I said.
That shouldn't affect.
Honestly, it's just we have we have 3 super cheap webcams.
And this is the only one that works.
This is the good one. Yeah, this is the good one.
So I think my mom is gone.
Well, she was here for the
she was
hello.
like, hi, goodbye.
She was here for the hello, so. Oh God, that red. That's the one thing about this palette. I gotta make like
a what?
Like a little ridge there for just a little.
You can do it easily.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, if I'm putting paint on, this paint has a lot of oil. That's the thing. That honestly, that is what's going on there. So that's why it'll just kind of droop down, but no, it's fine. It's fine.
So Bashria said, haha, her name is Aloe. So is it Aloe? ¿Cómo dirías? Es A-A-L-O.
A-A-L-O?
Mm-hmm.
Aloe?
Aloe?
Yeah, I would say aloe.
And she understands English pretty well.
Oh, so super happy.
We're happy to have you here.
Super happy that we can be part of your afternoon.
I was going to say your family.
Mrs. Aloe.
And family, like, get together.
Yeah.
She's amazing. That we're part of, like, a family plan.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I think it's super cool. Guillaume said, can anyone write the names here? I have Ben Björklund, Sargent, and wait, who was the last?
Dean Mitchell?
No, he has it too.
Oh, okay. Oh, Ana Alpatieva?
Oh, wait, so.
Oh, that's super dark.
Wait. So it is Ana Alpatieva. Ana Alpatieva. Yeah. Cody was saying Nick Alm was the last I heard.
And I forgot. We didn't say many
No.
after that.
No, and I repeated Nick Runch, which was Cody's suggestion, but it's
Yeah.
typed there.
It's RUNGE.
Yeah,
Nick
because
V.
it's typed
Okay,
there.
perfect.
like Cody typed it. So, América Viridiana Alvarado Sánchez dice, hoy cancelaron la clínica de gastroenterología y estoy bien feliz de tener un rato en la mañana libre para verlos. Ya tenía tiempo sin poder verlos en vivo por mis clases.
Pero necesito un poco más de contexto.
Pues,
primero, Viridiana. Si Viridiana es como...
América Viridiana.
un nombre. Necesito saber si es el nombre.
Uh-huh.
O si es que le gusta el
¿Y de
verde.
dónde viene? Si es un nombre o si es...
no, porque
que le gusta, me gusta igual saber de dónde viene. O sea,
pues,
si
no,
es un nombre
verde.
sería muy chévere, pues yo sé.
No, por eso, pero pues no creo que sea más...
Ay, Nicolás.
No, pues es que es verde.
Pero yo quiero
es como
saber,
uno llamarse
entonces América
cobalta.
me cuenta a mí.
Es como cobalta.
Pues puede decir, era el color favorito de mis papás y entonces por eso me pusieron. Eso era lo que me refería.
Cristóbal Cobalta. No,
Pues
no
a mí
sé.
me parece chévere.
Bueno, qué pena, ¿no?
No pasa
Salí
nada.
regañado, qué pena.
Pero América, que me cuente a mí.
Sí.
A mí nomás.
Que el
acá
comentario
leo
sea
sola.
Daniela.
Y sí, cuando dijo que cancelaron la clínica de gastroenterología, pues supongo que es que...
Pero no quiero suponer.
Bueno, sí.
No.
Entonces cuéntenos más bien.
Exacto.
And Anix said, I love how everyone knows about all these contemporary artists because I didn't know this in art school.
Oh, don't worry. You have all your life to learn about super cool people that are doing stuff all over the world. So
Yeah, and if it's contemporary things, social media is amazing to get to know a lot of artists. And in my case, because I know Nicolas doesn't use it, but I use Pinterest a lot.
yeah, I don't.
And I've found amazing artists there. So. Iván Sánchez dice, I like Álvaro Castañet. His watercolors are amazing.
No lo conozco, Iván.
So
Tengo que
let's
buscar.
Google. Look.
Ah, muy lindo está. Sí, está muy lindo.
Sí. América Viridiana dice, sí, Viridiana es nombre, jaja, un poco largo, no conozco la razón, pero fue el nombre que escogió mi papá y América lo escogió mi mamá. Ah, sí, pero de pronto es lo que yo decía, de pronto era el color favorito.
Pues tiene que ser por el color. O sea, se me haría muy curioso que no fuera por el color.
No, porque puede que a uno siempre le sonó bonito. O sea, yo he oído
No,
que mis papás dicen como, ay, me sonaba bonito.
Ah, no,
Entonces,
sí.
pues de pronto oyó como viridiano, viridiana y dijo, me suena bonito. Sin importar que
sí.
haya
No,
sido
yo no me refiero a las decisiones que pueda tener papá o mamá o abuela, abuelo o las personas que criaron a alguien para ponerle un nombre. No, esas pueden ser 100,000. O sea, pueden ser, lo leí en el periódico, tiré un dado y me salió esta letra y entonces comencé por un nombre que empezara por esa letra. No, puede ser cualquier cosa. No, me refiero al nombre. ¿De dónde viene el nombre? Y el nombre pues o sea, estoy asumiendo mucho, pero estoy pensando que tiene que ser por el color. Sería muy curioso que no lo fuera.
Pues estoy viendo que también hay una película que al parecer, pues yo nunca la había oído, pero es de Luis Buñuel,
Sí, pero
que se llama Viridiana.
la palabra no existiría antes.
Pues sí, o sea, por el verde.
Pero es...
O sea, pero es que
estamos como en dos, estamos como tú
Es
y
que
yo
yo estoy
hablando, pero
pensando-
hablando en dos cosas de lo
No,
mismo,
porque
pero
yo
distinto.
Estoy pensando de dónde salió el nombre, o sea, por qué quisieron ponerle el nombre.
Ah, no, pero ahí
estoy...
sí le tienes que
Pues
preguntar
es que
eso a
me
los
parece
papás.
chévere saber
Sí,
eso.
pero eso por eso te decía, eso sí pueden ser 100.000 razones que uno no tiene idea. Pero a mí se me hace interesante yo por ejemplo no había visto que ese color se utilizara para nombres. Entonces, esa parte se me hacía súper interesante.
Bueno, y América Viridiana dice, el contexto es que estudio medicina y me dan una práctica clínica de gastroenterología que es independiente de la clase teórica. Hoy el doctor salió de la ciudad y tuvimos las horas libres.
Ah,
Ay, qué
perfecto.
bueno. Horas de Our Painted Lives, entonces.
Sí, nosotros nos estamos purgando, doctora, entonces
Sí,
estamos un poco sorprendidos con la fuerza del purgante y el antiparasitario.
sí,
Es poderoso, es
sí, es
bastante poderoso.
poderoso. Yo tengo una consulta,
No,
pero yo no sé.
doctora, esta roncha que
No,
tengo,
no, es que en serio me dolieron los huesos, pero no creo
mm,
que sea el
yo
purgante,
tampoco creo que sea el
pero
purgante.
quién sabe. Pero me dolieron los huesos, pero solo de un lado del cuerpo.
No, mire esto.
Yo acá en consulta, sí. Pues sí, de pronto América nos dice, no, pues muy chévere, pero pues eso no tiene nada que ver con lo que
Sí,
yo estudio.
por favor, vayan donde el doctor, vayan a urgencias.
Mm, Peshria was saying, oh my, you guys are too nice. Thank you for the shout out. My grandma appreciates it very much. She finds the idea of me being able to communicate with you guys across the world fascinating. It is so cool that we have this space where we can talk with people all over the world.
Yes.
I think it's super, super cool. I like it a lot too. And it's so crazy how technology has advanced.
Yeah. So, Bashria, teach us something that we could say to your grandmother, and tell us how we sound while we are trying to say it, please. I want to give it a shot. You probably have to write it, or just write it and see if we could sound it out, and then just tell us how
How it would sound,
how you
yeah.
would, yeah, exactly. Try to type how it, how you should try to say it like in English.
Liad was saying, what paint are you using that has a lot of oil?
I think the CAD Red, the M-Gram CAD Red, I've noticed that it's kind of oily. So it's not CAD Red in general. It's just that brand, I feel.
Iván dice, decía mi profe de pintura Gabriel que yo pintaba mejor en los últimos minutos de la pintura. Básicamente me ponía expresivo y suelto, así como Nicolás empieza las pinturas.
Ah, chévere. Pues hoy empecé así re fush. Hoy tiene como... Hoy invoqué mi cal.
Anaïs said, do I deduce someone is also in medicine here?
Oh.
Ibrahim Salah said, I'm trying to learn to paint. I know in atelier they start with cast drawing, then painting, then doing the figure to learn to paint. My question is, if you had a painting school, Nicolas Painting School,
Yeah.
what would
terrible
you
name, but
teach
yes.
first? I know you were a teacher. What would you teach last? What would you teach the students to learn to paint? So
I
like,
wouldn't...
what would be the first lesson, maybe, and the last lesson?
The last lesson?
Yeah, 'cause it
like,
says-
what is that? Before we die?
I mean, it says, what would you teach first,
Yeah.
and what would you teach last?
Yeah, I kind of
So
understand.
like the
but
order of it.
yes, but I totally get that. But that question they're posing is based on the premise that the way they teach you, like that progressive sense of learning something that is the basis of ateliers, of contemporary ateliers, and like academic, like 19th century academic ateliers. It's you're basing it upon that as like fact, like that is the way that you learn. That's not the way that I learned. Not at all. They taught me everything at the same time. So I would go to drawing class at the same time that I was going to painting class. So maybe some people consider that like inefficient. but I don't. I took a lot of drawing classes, very, very different drawing classes. So some drawing classes taught me shapes. Some drawing classes taught me gesture. Some drawing classes took us outside of the classroom, and we had to draw buildings and streets and people walking by and people in cafes. So everything was different. All of it, all the time was different. And when I was going to painting classes that we were painting from life, Steve had a mindset of how we should paint, and Max had another mindset. So every class was pushing you in different ways. So I would echo that thing that they taught me in school, which is, you are good enough to be able to do all those things at the same time. It's going to be very hard, but you can do it. So I would just do everything at the same time. Everything. I would super, super gladly just, push everyone to constantly be challenging themselves, with every single class. So I don't conceive things as, let's start slow, let's do this first. I like to it's like, I don't know how to swim. I'm the one who's going to push you into the lake, the freezing lake. And I have a belief that, you're going to be okay. So, so it's a little boot campish, it's a little tougher, but I think it's amazing.
Iván Sánchez dice, jajaja, saqué el cal en mí. Entendí esa referencia.
Muy bien, gracias.
Sí, sí, está muy Andrés Cal.
Sí, respeto ante todo.
¿Por qué hablaste así?
Por...
Respeto.
No.
Como una entonación toda rara, distinta
No,
a tu voz,
sentí
¿sí?
que lo dije como de corazón. Yo quiero mucho a Cal.
Yo sé. Osobucodonosor dice,
Osobuco.
hola Nico y Dani, llegué recién, ¿qué paleta están usando? Saludos. Y el osobuco casi ni como, me gusta la entraña y el costillar.
Ah, bueno.
Son cortes argentinos, me acordé que me habían preguntado.
Ah, bueno.
Sí. Ay, nosotros probamos ese corte de entraña, ese fue el que nos dieron mi hermana y Susan en el viaje.
Sí, es sabroso. A mí no se me, o sea, tu hermana estaba enloquecida.
Sí, para ellas es el mejor corte del mundo.
Y acá es costoso además, porque pues, supongo que es un corte raro. Sí, pero no, a mí me dan un pedazo de lomo y yo estoy bien. Osobuco está un poco... no le pare bolas a esto. Parar bolas nosotros llamamos... no le preste atención a esto.
¿Preste?
Prestar atención, sí. Estoy tratando de ser como el español para cualquier país de habla hispana.
Para todos, sí.
Entonces, no le pare bolas, esa es nuestra expresión, a este ocre con blanco acá. No, estamos usando blanco de titanio, rojo cadmio y azul de marfil. Y ya.
Ay, mira, América Viridiana Alvarado Sánchez me dice, no creo que el purgante sea la causa del dolor, pero tal vez estés pasando un poco de deshidratación y eso pueda generarte molestias después de un esfuerzo muscular.
Doctora.
Yo creo que es eso.
Yo creo también.
Yo creo que es eso. Pero muchas gracias, voy a seguir acá tomando agüita juiciosa, aunque dicen que...
Y por favor, pídele el PayPal para que le pagues la consulta.
No, pero muchísimas gracias.
Toca de colaborarle con él.
No, porque fuera de chiste, anoche estaba durmiendo como de lado y me levanté como si me hubiera caído de un segundo piso sobre ese lado. O sea, me tuve que levantar y moverme porque me dolía horrible como todo ese costado y me hice de frente y me seguía doliendo. Y por la mañana, como todavía la parte desde el brazo hasta la cintura me dolía mucho, pero solo el lado donde estuve apoyada, muy raro. Y no es como de postura, porque el dolor de postura es como distinto. Esto era como si me doliera el hueso, yo no sé.
Pero ya acabó la consulta, Lindita, tú. O sea, ya tiene que atender a más gente. Tú estás ahí en la puerta.
No. Y además América está...
Con una pata adentro.
Y América estaba celebrando que no tenía clase.
No, y tú acá la pusiste a
porque
sacar el
podía
texto.
Pensar en pinturas,
a sacar el libro como a ver.
En consulta.
A ver.
Sí, pero de pronto me voy a hidratar más.
¿Qué es lo que se está tomando?
Me voy a hidratar más.
A ver.
Anais said, yes, sequential learning is more typical in art high school, not so much in art college. Cody Winnicky said, I always tell my students that art is a lifelong pursuit. We should all be on our deathbed saying, I had more to paint. To say first and last kind of limits it.
Yeah, it's a strange way. I mean, I kind of understand it. And Cody, you're a teacher too, and for sure we understand like the premise of that question, the idea behind that question. But it is strange for me to try to like right now, for example, I'm doing a painting that I think is as difficult as anything that I paint. You know, any day that I choose a different palette or a different subject matter. Like, sure, some take a little more time than others to execute, but it doesn't matter. Like, at its core, it's always going to be difficult. And, you know, you could argue that it's like a beginner's palette, but not really. I mean, Tom Lovell, he's an illustrator. He was an illustrator. He used to do these paintings that were, if I'm not mistaken, a bunch of his paintings were done with black, white, and red, and they're incredible. This is, you know, still of a time when there were printing limitations. So usually the illustrations that were going to be printed were going to be used, they were going to be using black ink and one more color. So that's why you see a bunch of like Dean Cornwell paintings or Harvey Dunn paintings or Meet Schaefer paintings that are usually grisaille with another color. It's because, you know, it was cheaper to just say, okay, it's black, obviously the white of the paper, and another ink. And they could use, you know, they would use greens and oranges and blues and reds. And so the painters, knowing that that's how it was going to be reproduced, they said, okay, I'm going to do the painting with those colors just because I know that way I can make my painting look as close as, you know, as it's going to be to the finished reproduction that was going to be in the magazine. So, yeah, I don't know. And those are amazing paintings, amazing paintings. So there's nothing, you know, there's nothing simple about those paintings. Nothing. There's nothing like, okay, this was like second semester painting. No. It's just a very simple kind of formal premise to execute a painting, but then the painting itself is as complex as anything that you could ever paint. So anyways.
So Bashria sent us something that we could say.
You give it a shot first.
Yeah, I'm going to take a picture of it and I'm going to send it to you so you can read it. Wait.
Who's going to go first? Do you want to go first or me?
Wait. I'm still taking the picture. 1 second, please. I lost it.
Oh my God.
Wait. There you go. So I'm going to go first.
Okay.
I would say Ashakori Balo Ashen.
I think that you're good.
Maybe?
Ashakori Balo Achen.
Achen?
Yeah, because if there's
it's
SH.
more similar to Spanish.
I think the SH and the CH would be the same for us.
Yeah, because in Spanish it would be Achen.
I don't know why it's capitalized. Maybe Coribalo is a proper...
No, because then they wrote, it means I hope you're well. And then Bashria said the A is pronounced with an open mouth like ah.
Ashakori Balo
Achen. Maybe similar to...
I think we did okay.
Maybe they're laughing there.
Oh, for sure.
They can let us know how we did.
We probably sound like a 2-year-old.
Yeah. Iván dice, venga, ¿me recuerdan qué medida tiene la página de Moleskine que usa? Es que tengo una cartulina de 400 gramos con 20% de algodón y libre de ácido, barata, aunque más blanca, la probé con gesso y genial. La medida, esta es de 42 centímetros por 30.
¿Sí?
Sí. 100%. Es que como...
No, yo confío. ¿Tú te acuerdas más de eso que yo?
42 centímetros por 30. Pues es 29,7 por 41, algo, pero 42 por 30.
Aprox, entonces, digámoslo así.
América Viridiana Alvarado Sánchez dice, wow, tal vez eso es porque podemos deshidratarnos sin darnos cuenta, más con un purgante porque esa es su función. Jalan todo el líquido posible hacia el intestino para poder expulsar todo y no hay problema, jaja, la verdad me divierte. Y cuando nos deshidratamos hay fatiga muscular general, los huesos no duelen como tal, pero sí las articulaciones, se le llama artralgia y mialgia al dolor muscular, así que tal vez estás agotada. Ay, muchas gracias, América.
Muchas gracias, América. Ahora, ¿quién se la aguanta, Dani? Uy, tengo una altralgia.
No lo voy a poder decir, además.
Tengo una altralgia.
Artralgia,
Tengo una como artrosis.
Artralgia
sí.
y mialgia. Pero mialgia entiendo. Mi mamá tiene fibromialgia, entonces lo he oído. ¿Mialgia? ¿Fibromialgia?
Seguramente todas esas son.
Sí, pero sí me dolía todo. Y tiene sentido, porque la verdad es que...
Mi amor, ya está atendiendo a otra persona.
Sí,
ya la doctora está en consulta con otra, pero ya entró. La otra niña ya entró. Hay una niña de 12 años que necesitaba ver a la doctora.
Urgente, y yo
Por
sigo
favor,
ahí.
la mamá está teniendo la puerta adentro con seguro para que tú no molestes más.
Ya es verdad. Ya. Pero muchas gracias, América. Muchísimas gracias. Ahorita me relleno mi termito de agua. Ibrahim Salah said, I wonder if you use color theory and what you think of it. Some say it's not that important when you paint. Gurney book is more practical than theoretical, right?
No, I mean, no. Like, color theory is like the basis for painting. It literally is the most important aspect of painting because, you know, if you decide, let's say, if you decide, or as soon as you decide to open your palette and you're going to start to use hues, which means that you're going to start to use yellows or reds or oranges or blues or greens, that's color theory. Like, as soon as you make that decision, then 100%, 1,000%, it's color theory. Now, it's a little bit different from color theory that you're going to read with, like, let's say, abstract colorists or Bauhaus color theory. A little bit different. But applied color theory, you know, color theory that is discussed when thinking about the construction of, let's say, like a naturalist painting, 100,000% important. So there are great books for that. I usually, the one very simple book that I suggest always is Color and Light by James Gurney. It's a, you know, yes, it's geared towards illustration. Yes, it's a book that has maybe, I don't know, 20 years? Is it 20 years old? Maybe. A little bit less. But it's a fantastic book. So I would still recommend it if you feel that you are interested in it. But yeah, don't be mistaken. It's very, very, very important.
It was published on November 30, 2010.
So, no, 12 years old. 12 years. I thought it was older.
Urs Krakow said, at last today I can paint again while listening. Oh, that's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah,
And
we always, when we go a little bit early, we always, there's more of a European or Eastern, you know that I don't, lately I've been thinking like saying Westerners or Easterners, or it's such a backwards thing nowadays. I know that at some point we have to understand, like if we are going to use coordinates to understand our planet, like we have to place ourselves somewhere. But wouldn't you have loved, like when you were in class, for example, Danny, like if you were in geography, that the center of the world was your country?
Yeah.
Like the center of the world, everything in the middle of the, like what you were looking at, smack in the middle was you. Instead of just looking at that, what is it? The Mercator? The
Mercator?
yeah, what is it? What's it called? The map. the just 100% Eurocentric, like top heavy. Northern hemisphere is enormous map. What's it called? Yeah, isn't it something like that?
Wait.
Yeah, it is the Mercator map. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, you could just
Yeah, I didn't know. So that's why I
yeah.
didn't say
No,
it.
that's the map that we always see where, Europe is enormous and the northern hemisphere of America is enormous and
Yeah.
then South America is just this dangling little, dingleberry of like a continent. But it's super sad. So when we say, it's always like when we say east, it's like east of what?
Yeah.
Like, who chose this to be the middle of the world? It's so ridiculous. Anyways, sorry
Yeah.
about the rant.
No. I think it's interesting what you're saying, and I remember it was also super super interesting when I realized that the dimensions we saw on the map weren't the real dimensions of the world.
Oh yeah, it is so messed up.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we still use maps like that and that people think or get like an idea of the world based on those maps.
Yeah.
It's a crime, I would
Yeah.
say. It's a disgrace.
Yeah, because some people in the United States are like, oh, South America is small, and I'm like, sorry, what?
Or they'll go like, oh yeah, Brazil, and it's like, Brazil? It's the size of you.
Yeah, Brazil
Like, what are you
is
talking
so
about?
big.
It's
Yeah.
enormous. It's absolutely enormous. Like, there's a website that it's like the real size of.
Yeah, I remember
That's
because
the
we
best.
visit that. Yeah.
Website, like that
And that
should
you
be.
can compare.
Yeah, that should be in every single school.
I want to.
Like, when anyone is like 5 years old, that should be the first map that they know.
So I want to see true size of. It's called thetruesize.com. So let's see. Yeah, it's so crazy. Like, I went with Colombia.
Oh, we're so much bigger than tons of European countries. People
Yeah.
don't realize that.
It's like Italy, Germany, and Austria.
Yeah.
It's
But I promise you, if you said that, people go like, stop
What
it.
are you
Please,
talking about?
please.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you...
I mean, if I put it here, it's Florida. No, I can't read. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses.
Why don't you get them? You should go get your glasses, I feel.
No, I'm fine.
They just gave them back to you today.
I know, but
Okay.
yeah, but it's so crazy. Like, I want to see Brazil. I'm sorry, now I'm stuck with this, but just one more. I mean, yeah, look at Brazil in the United States.
It is
It's
Canada.
like
It's like
The
Canada
United
and the US.
States. Look. Because remember, it's distorted here. So it grows.
Yeah.
So it's like all Canada. But if you put it in the United States,
It's all of it.
it's
yeah.
all of the United States.
Yeah.
United States. Yeah. So
yeah,
crazy.
people don't. Yeah, people have no idea. It's the same thing as people in the United States. They think like California is like, or Houston is like the largest state. Grab Alaska, Danny.
Oh, yeah.
Grab Alaska and put it right next to any other state in the U.S. and look how enormous Alaska is.
So let's see. Alaska. Yeah.
It is like, honestly, it's like, it's almost like a quarter of the United States. Wouldn't you say?
It's like Colombia.
Yeah, it's enormous. And people think, oh, Alaska. It's like a little,
Yeah.
a little feather in the hat, like
Yeah.
up there.
But this is so crazy. Look, I put Brazil, and the upper part of Brazil
It's the size
if
of Europe.
No, but if it's in Poland,
Yeah.
like in the beginning of Poland,
Yeah.
you
It
could
down
go
to
from
Sudan.
Poland to Sudan.
It's ridiculous.
From Azerbaijan to wait, because if I put it here, to Spain.
Yeah, it's absurd. It's ridiculous.
It's so crazy.
Now, the thing with Brazil is that it's a lot of it is not habitable.
Yeah,
it's like Canada.
I know that.
The upper part of Canada, you can't live there. So it's the same with Brazil because of the Amazon. But still, I mean, people have no real idea of how large other countries are.
Yeah.
And that plays into the way they see the Southern Hemisphere as like crap, as like third world country. What was it that Trump said of Haiti or shithole countries? That's how he referred to it. So it is pure lack of education. That's we're not going to go far into that, but yeah.
Urs Krakow said, Mercator map projection. The problem is the projection on 2D. Google Earth is pretty accurate. Bashria, talking about our pronunciation, said, oh my gosh, that was actually super good, both of you. The CH is just a little harder, a bit like the English word chalk. Oh yeah, so like in Spanish, like.
So for us, it would.
I don't know why I thought chorizo, but yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we have something to
Chamizo.
eat here that's called chorizo. Yeah, we have lots of words with CH. And the CH are pronounced super strong. Because I don't think you have that much in English. Like, chalk was a perfect example. But there's not much.
Chart. But chart, chalk. No, there's a bunch. Charity.
But at the beginning. Because we have here cachorro. I mean.
Oh, no. CH, we don't have SH. That's the thing.
Cachorro, no.
Yeah, we don't
Cachorro,
have SH in Spanich.
And Beshria said, my family is enjoying their time very much. You guys are the best. No, you. Thank you. Thank you so, so much for being here. And we're happy we did a great job.
I mean, you called it great, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, Beshria said super good.
Okay, we'll
so
take
I
that.
think grade was near enough.
There we go.
Svenskart said, so thankful you make your streams earlier. And a heart emoji. Yeah, we try to mix it up sometimes when we can fit it.
Yes.
Because the thing is that we try to accommodate the stream with our schedules. So Leah said, Nicolas, I have my palette. It is mounted on my easel straight up.
Nice.
Currently, my paint doesn't really slide down. Do you think Emgram paint would? Sorry for repeating my question, Danny.
No.
Oh, no, don't worry. I haven't seen it before.
No, Liad. It's it was that particular color, and sometimes how in certain tubes, I mean, it has nothing to do with certain pigments. Although there are some pigments that are more oily than others. Pigments, the pigment tends to separate from the oil, and you have to bang the tube like against the table to see if you can mix them up a little bit inside the tube again. I think this is one of the cases where it was just a little bit oilier, and that's it. But there's nothing wrong with it. Like for me, it's fine. Like and if I leave it here for a couple of days, it'll be fine. Like tomorrow, it'll be just a little bit drier. So I'm totally fine with that. If I had a problem with how oily it was, I would just put it on top of paraffin paper, and it would suck all the oil in, and that would be totally fine.
Marcelo Peralta said, there are bus routes in Brazil that takes 4 days to go from start to finish.
It's
My record is from Goiânia to João Pessoa. 42 hours.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And I love that Serene CK said, love chorizo. And Cody Winnicky said, chorizo. Yeah, it's really good. I love it. I think you're like a big.
It's bad for my
chorizo, yeah.
stomach. I used to like it quite a lot.
Like
But
I could eat chorizo with chicharrón and all that ch stuff, all mixed up, and I love it. But it's yeah, it's pretty.
it's tough on your stomach.
Yeah, yeah. Mm,
Yeah, that's why I'm more of a when we eat like that, which is not often because you can't eat like that all the time. But when there's like asado, like one of like a South American barbecue, which are different than U.S. barbecues or barbecues from other places.
and even in South America, they're different in every place.
Yeah, very different. Like in the southern part, like Argentina has a very particular
Yeah.
asado, and Brazil has a very particular asado.
Yeah, but here,
Here, yeah,
chorizo, chunchullo, chicharrón.
we use all of like everything, every part of an animal, like everything. I think there's when you have ternera, mamona, they cook everything,
Yeah.
everything. But I do morcilla, blood sausage, instead
Yeah,
of
you love it.
yeah, I really like
I
it.
do all.
But I can't. But again, that's not a diet that you can have every day or
But you know
every other
what's
day.
I mean my family, my mom and my dad, they eat a lot like that.
They
I
could
mean,
have it every
sometimes
day.
they're like I call them at night and they're like, "Oh no, we're having something to like a little something to eat." And I'm like, "Oh, what are you having?" Morcilla.
Yeah, that's
They eat morcilla at night or chorizo in
Yeah.
pan. So, I mean, it's hard.
on the stomach. Yeah.
You know, I've been wanting chunchullo since a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't yearn for it. It's not like I wake up thinking, "Oh,
I do.
I want to have intestines."
Serency K said, "Yeah, I get heartburn from it too. LOL. Maybe one day you can paint with chorizo oil."
Oh my
Ugh.
god, that's yeah, first of all, disgusting.
Yeah. The
Uh,
smell of the painting.
second of all, it's not a drying oil. So, I'm getting technical here just so that I can avoid thinking about painting with that oil. But it's not a drying oil, so not all oil works for paint. It has to be a drying oil, what is called drying oils, which are very different from cooking oils. We wouldn't be able to paint with cooking oils either. So, yeah.
Cody Winnicky said, "Do you guys like lengua? Not many places serve it in the United States, and I get weird looks when I order it, but I
No.
like it.
My
My dad
father,
loves
yeah,
it.
my
Oh,
father
yeah, I was
used to
gonna
love
say.
it. Yeah, there is.
Lengua en salsa.
Yeah, the older generation, I think we are less meat eaters than, for example, our fathers
Yeah.
or our grandparents.
Yeah,
But my father used to eat anything, like anything.
yeah.
Um,
But I think
but
lengua
I
is
no, but
good.
I've tried it. I think
It's like
3
super
times
soft,
maybe. Yeah, it has a strange.
like a chewy soft.
yeah,
but I like
and
it.
the presentation is like, woo,
Yeah,
ooh.
yeah.
But it's not bad. I don't think
No,
I've ever
it's not
tried
bad.
anything that I've said like, oh my god, this is
You know what?
horrendous.
I really don't like I can't swallow
Hígado?
it. Hígado. Yeah,
Liver?
yeah. I don't like liver.
No, I don't.
Like I
mind
think
it.
it's so.
That's fine.
It's like eating sand, like wet sand. Like I can't swallow it because it's like super. Ugh,
Yeah, it is.
I don't like
it is very different from all
I
the
don't
other
like
cuts or all the other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for
Oh, the vegans.
Yeah. We'll cut the talk short.
The last thing, but in Spanish. Patricio Juárez dice, si les gusta el asado argentino, los invito a comer asado de mollejas y matambre y otras cosas a Córdoba, Argentina.
Uy, muchas
Argentina.
gracias. Allá,
Sí, allá estaremos.
allá estaremos. Dani, ¿por qué
Mollejas
estás
he
haciendo
probado.
maleta ya? ¿Qué está pasando?
Mollejas he probado.
Supongo que es lo mismo que acá.
Matambre no.
Eso no sé, pero suena interesante.
Matambre.
Ese nombre suena súper chistoso.
Matambre.
A mí me suena como algo que uno lleva como para un paseo, como el comiso, como...
Matambre, ¿qué es? Tu Google sale en inglés. Siempre. No sé por qué.
Bueno.
Dice, it's the name of a very thin cut of beef in Argentina and Uruguay. Sí, pero quiero saber cuál es. Lonja de carne que hay entre el cuero y el costillar. No, todavía no entiendo.
Pues es la
Mira, lo
lonja.
muestran como así, o sea, lo arman como así,
Ah,
porque
como
el
una
corte es
torta de
así, pero
carne.
de verdad es como súper delgado.
Ah,
Entonces
entonces
veo
lo
que en
tienen que
muchos hace,
machacar.
no, veo que
Ah, o
muchos lo hacen
enrollar.
como si fuera un rol de algo,
Ah,
sí,
como un
mira.
rollito. Uy, ese rollo. Le voy a decir a mi mamá que haga. Mi mamá antes hacía un rollo de carne así delicioso.
Mira, este parece una lechona.
Uy, pero no, así con el huevo en la mitad. Mi mamá hacía uno y
Ay, es
creo
que a
que
mí
no he
el huevo
comido
duro.
eso. No, tranquila, tú no vas si quieres.
Ay, no, pues muevo el huevito a un lado y como.
Uy, me acabé de antojar mucho. Le tengo que decir a la Olguis que si puede volver a hacer eso.
No, me invitan, me invitan. Yo todo como. Tú sabes que yo soy de buen comer. Patricio Juárez dice, tenés que buscar matambre asado, es delgado y tierno. A ver, busquemos matambre asado.
Pero es lo que estabas mirando.
Pero asado, porque será como... Ah, mira, así es, se ve distinto. Será como un rollo.
Sí.
Este se ve, es
Ah,
como...
bueno.
Mira, es delgadito.
Sí, claro, porque es lo que recubre, te escuché.
Sí, que dice que entre la piel y el costillar. Súper delgadito, mira, mira, mira.
Mm, sí. ¿Y es carne o ahí no hay mucha grasa entonces?
So, let's see, we have other question. Ah, bueno, yo estoy tratando de cambiar y acá me dice tres pelos. Muy rico el chunchullo, chicharrón, churrasco y todo lo que
Sí,
empiece con che.
acá uno tratando de ser como todo compasivo con la audiencia.
Mm, so, Ibrahim Salah was saying, what do you think of these art schools everywhere in the world? They take the money and don't teach you anything. They just do art or painting projects. Students graduate without learning how to paint.
Well, I mean, um, as a general rule, like teaching somebody how to paint doesn't really guarantee anything. So it's not a responsibility for any art school out there to say, you know, if I'm going to teach somebody, if there's an art student, I have to teach them how to paint specifically. No, there's tons of other things that you can learn at art school that have nothing to do with painting that are super valuable also. So painting is just a tiny, tiny, tiny part of what you can decide, you know, that your life is going to be about if if you're planning to be an artist or if you're studying to be an artist. But if you feel that there's places that don't approach that with the necessary responsibility, like ideally, an institution would be aware of the responsibility that they have towards you and towards your education. And if they don't, then it's a really bad institution. There's no other way of putting it. So
Davies, what? What's dice, hola, ¿óleo o acrílico es? Es óleo,
es óleo, sí. Esto
sobre
sería,
papel.
sí, sería súper difícil que el acrílico, así como estamos pintando, sería súper difícil que el acrílico se mantuviera como fresco, abierto, y así como con estas pinceladas como jugosas durante el tiempo que hemos estado pintando. Entonces, sí, si fuera acrílico sería muy distinta la construcción de la pintura.
Silver Ann said, hello guys. Speaking of color theory, do you prefer working with an RGB palette or CMYK one? Do you think there's a different benefits to both? Sorry for repeating. No, I'm sorry that I didn't saw it before. I always try to see all the questions. I'm gonna go for water.
Okay. And your glasses if you want.
Oh, maybe.
If you want.
Maybe.
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 RGB palette, I don't think I've seen... I'm going to come clean. I don't think I've seen anyone start from that. I mean, that's what works on screens because it's light. And that is very, very different from painting. Like the way light behaves is very, very different from pigments and from the disposition of pigments in a substrate. So I don't know how effective a philosophy of red, green, blue is when approaching like a broader sense of painting. CMYK is printing, is literally, how you would think if you were printing something. And there are painters that do that. I think the most famous example is Chuck Close, that some of his earlier like super photographic paintings, he literally did CMYK. But it's also not super, super, super popular in the sense that people don't paint everything yellow, then everything in red, then everything in blue, and then they do a last pass with black. They don't, do that. That's the way you should paint if you were thinking of doing a CMYK. So it would be a yellow, it would be YMCK in that sense. I think there's videos and there are photos of Chuck Close doing his layered paintings if you're interested in that. But for us, it's primary colors. Like a lot of the palettes that we have are based on reflections done from primary colors. So yellow, red, and blue. And it extends to other pigments that, are very important, like, earth tones, for example, that are not necessarily part of that conversation when you're just thinking about hues. So, yeah, painting is a different beast, I would say. Color theory applied to painting is something that's very, very different. Could you think like a printer and still do a painting like Chuck Close did? Sure, of course. But is it kind of unnatural? I would say yes. It's very, very, kind of like machine-like. And that's just a very strange way to work. I don't usually see other people working that way. That goes to show you that it's quite a peculiar way of working.
Si me puse las gafas.
Oh. La la.
La la. Asif dice, creo que se confundió Nico, quizás
¿Qué
estaba
dije?
preguntando. No. La persona que preguntó dice, quizás estaba preguntando la diferencia entre RGB y CMYK.
Okay. So primary colors. Yeah, because RGB is, we can't really understand pigments like a monitor understands light, so yeah. But I think in that answer I was somewhat thorough. Somewhat.
Jair Piñeros dice, hola muchachos, y Daniel MC dice hola. Hola Jair, hola Daniel.
¿Qué dice Jair y Daniel?
Sí, me hace diferencia las gafas.
¿Sí? Claro, ¿cómo no te las pones?
Pues no las tenía.
¿Cómo no se las pone?
Silver Ann, that was asking about the difference of the palettes, said, I see. Sorry for phrasing it that way. I meant as in mixing CYMK colors to make every shade, if it's easier than primaries. So maybe, they were asking for like red, yellow, blue versus CMYK.
Yeah, you could check that out. I've seen it plenty in books, in Chuck Close books. There are images like that. Could you check, Danny? Could you check? Just put Chuck Close CMYK and maybe there's a photo of his process.
This one, I think. No.
No.
This one?
Not even. No. Like his earlier ones, the ones that are super photorealistic, like that would be. I mean, he has a printout there of to know how he has to approach it, but I think there's photos of him. Like you could show that photo just to show people that's how he went about it. But I've seen pictures where there's like a literal layer of everything in yellow and he's touching it up with red.
Let me check, because maybe No, so I'm gonna put that one because I didn't find the other one.
Yeah, I remember it in books.
Oh, so maybe this one. Look, maybe you're talking something like this.
Yeah, for example, with the beard and
Here, it's like the goggles.
Glasses.
It's not goggles.
Goggles is like the
Glasses
ones that you would
too.
put like in a lab or
Okay.
like to swim.
Okay. Silver Ann said, for example, I've seen a lot of intense shades/hues produced by a cyan, yellow, magenta, white, and black palette than more than red, blue, and yellow, etc. Yeah, so I don't think they're talking about like layering as Chuck Close did,
Yeah.
but like having the different starting points in the palette.
But what's the difference between like
Well, that's what they were asking.
No. But so I would say the only difference there is the black, really, because the other three are the primary colors. So CMYK is cyan, which is a blue, magenta, which is a red, yellow, which is a yellow, and K, which is a black.
But they're like a different variation of it. Maybe.
Right, but it's A yellow, A red, A blue, and black. And if you go with primary colors, what you're essentially picking is A yellow, A red, and A blue. So the main difference would be black. The bigger differences, and I think maybe that's what at the crux of what he's asking, is which yellow, which red, and which blue. Because it's very different if I say the blue in my primary color palette is going to be cobalt. And somebody else says, well, the blue for me is going to be, I don't know, phthalo, or it's going to be manganese blue, or it's going to be ultramarine. And if I say my red is cad red, and somebody else says my red is quinacridone magenta, that's an enormous difference. So I think the what you're searching for is more of how different the paintings, the resulting paintings can be when the pigments, when the choices of the pigments that are going to make up the primary colors are vastly different from one another. And yes, you're totally right. That depends entirely upon the choices that you make.
So I'm going to show super quickly the lower part of the image we found of the process of Chuck Close.
Yeah.
So people can see it. What
it's,
you were
it's
talking
super
about.
Interesting.
Yeah. Asif dice, pero Nico se podría pintar con CMYK sin tener que hacerlo por capa
¿Capas? No,
a la
sí.
impresora.
Sí, exacto. Es que CMYK es una paleta primaria más negro y
Sí.
pues obviamente y blanco. O sea, ahí es donde digo, no, pues sí, es que eso es una paleta primaria. O sea, ese es un kit cuando uno va a las tiendas de arte y le venden a un kit de pintura, es blanco, negro, amarillo, azul y rojo. Y listo. O sea, no hay ninguna diferencia conceptualmente de eso a una paleta que se construye desde primarios. Porque lo único que uno está haciendo ahí es como diciendo, pero es primarios más negro. Ah, bueno, pues sí. Entonces ahí, digamos, hablemos es de la presencia del negro en una paleta de primarios a diferencia de la ausencia del negro en una paleta de primarios. Esa sería más la discusión, creo, si la entiendo bien.
Yeah, so Asif was also saying, Nico, I think cyan is understood as a brighter blue and magenta is a brighter red. Maybe that's the difference they're talking of. And Ers Krakow said, James Gurney says it's good to combine RGB and CYM in a six-sided color wheel.
Right, that's a little more complex though. Then it's just a big open palette, if you really think about it.
Serene CK was asking, do you think it would be hard to paint with secondaries only orange, green, and purple together with whites?
Oh, now that you ask, we have a week of that.
We have a week of that. Yeah. So I'm gonna look for it. and share it here.
It's
you wanna
tough,
see it.
and I mean, it's not. You're not going to be able to make the same paintings you would paint if you had primary colors available to you. But and it obviously depends on which orange, which green, and which purple. But no, you can obviously paint with them, for sure.
Wait. Here it is.
Here it is.
Here it is. Copy.
I think that was my old like B-52's brain.
Secondary color week. There you go. If you want to check it out later. Serene. Oh yeah, and Daniel MC was saying, I think Nico has done that before, Serene, in earlier videos. Yeah.
I honestly think if you're starting out, you are completely fine with white, yellow, red, blue. You can make so many paintings. There's a ton of Ruprecht von Kaufmann paintings that are yellow, red, blue, and white.
I think lot of my palette a lot of times.
Yeah, that's why von Kaufmann's work, when it's dark, like when you look at the darks, they're purple. They're like a grayish purple because he uses a lot of primary colors.
Yeah, sometimes I add
an earth.
Yeah, like an earth.
I like that too.
Or black, but I like more earth. So, Jair Piñeros was asking, how do you clean your body brushes? Cleaning brushes is the only one thing I hate about painting.
Oh yeah, every night. My answer is going to be simple. How do I clean them? Every day. No, soap and water. Just a regular bar of soap and water. And it's annoying. And it's every day. I think I'm always like super dramatic when I tell Danny I haven't washed my brushes.
Yeah, it's like the thing you hate the most of all the day.
But now I go in and I have like a podcast going while I clean them. So I always go into the bathroom and I go in with my headphones and I put the podcast on and I just, wash the brushes.
Time.
Yeah, just not think about it.
Marciel said, so who is the singer? Looks like Jagger. Yeah, it's Jagger.
Yeah, well.
There's the image because I posted the image you sent me.
Oh, okay.
The reference image. So.
Yeah. So I started with, I think it's obvious where I started from. And it's kind of hard to judge the whole from the part. But for some reason, I was just super, super attractive to the part, to just this, really full mouth. What happened?
No, I'm sorry that I accidentally unclicked the camera. So the camera disappeared, then my username disappeared. Then the setup we have appeared.
Oh, you clicked. You started clicking desperately.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
Jair Piñero said, ¿jabón rey? No, un jabón...
No, un jabón barato ahí. Sí, el jabón más barato que hay en el mercado. Sí.
Serene CK was saying, do you use a bar of soap formulated for brushes or like a normal body soap?
No.
Yeah, we were just saying we buy the cheapest...
The cheapest soap, honestly.
It's like a oat.
Yeah, and like whatever, no brand. I mean, it's like...
No, the one we have now, I think it's Johnson & Johnson. The one we have now, yeah, because
maybe.
I got it on price.
Oh, okay, so you got it. But when I usually buy it...
Yeah. No,
yeah,
but I
Danny
also
bought it on bulk. So it was probably very...
super cheap.
Very cheap.
And it's like 20
But when I have to go...
Yeah,
when I have to go to the grocery store to get some, it's just like the one in the bottom.
Yeah.
Like just the cheapest soap.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing special about it. So.
Soap. Earth Krakow said there are always super high chroma colors that you cannot reach in either a red, yellow, blue or in purely CYMK palette.
Yeah,
When they were talking about the James Gurney suggestion of the combining RGB with CYMK.
Oh yeah, yeah. This let's get something super straight, like very quickly. There's no way from a very small limited palette you can get every pigment that's out there. No way. Like none in the world. You can do kind of hues that approximate, but trust me, there's no way. Regardless of which blue, regardless of which red, regardless of which yellow, there's always going to be pigments that you just have no access to. None. There's going to be, pinks that you have no access to. There's going to be purples that you have no access to, greens that you have no access to. So that is just a fact. There's going to be earth tones that you don't have access to. That is fact, 100,000%. Can you still paint with them, with those limited palettes? 100%, yes. Can you make things look like they're earthier or more purple or more pink? 100%, yes. But to say that from those colors you can make everything, you can mix anything, no. That's very, very untrue.
Erskine Cow said, but that's good with a limited palette and a happy face.
Yeah, that's always what's super, super interesting about having a limited palette, that you're pushing, with very little options, you're pushing what you can do, what you're capable of doing within those possibilities.
Ivan said, I can upload a reel on how to wash brushes, tips and hacks.
Oh, you should.
Yours would be super.
Mine would be listen
Number
to
one,
a podcast.
Take the soap. Number 2, take the brushes.
I do this on the soap, on the bar, and then on my hand.
Which isn't the best.
For my hands, probably not.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I gave you like a scrubber thing that never was
I think
used.
Can I tell you something? I think it's
terrible.
a little too
harsh,
like a little too abrasive for brushes.
Because now
say.
they have like a mat.
Yeah.
For cleaning brushes. Look. Wait. Wait. So it's supposed to go in the, like you can use this.
Okay.
To put it in the lower part like this, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's more like a makeup thing. But I've seen the painting ones.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's just that makeup brushes are super soft, but I'm guessing that what you have to clean is not as hard to get off of. It's much harder to get oil out of a brush than makeup, I would think. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm super ignorant here, but I would think.
No, but I've seen that there's mats for
it's okay.
Paintbrushes, maybe.
But unnecessary. Let's be honest. Like, you don't really need any of that stuff. You just need your hand and a bar of soap. Are there products that are very good? Yes. Do you need them? No.
Bernadette Neff said, cut a tennis ball in half to swirl the brush in.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very good. That's a good life hack.
Yeah, I like that. We should try it.
We have to buy tennis balls.
No, I think we had. Well.
No, they're Samus or for.
Look, I don't know what. But it became red. Now it's what? Like the image is turning like kind of red, but then it became.
Oh, that's the white. That's the auto white balance in the camera. It just goes crazy.
Because it's so crazy because nothing has changed. But whatever.
Maybe when I put my hand, or the fact that I put some dark here, it
I
just
don't
changes
know.
everything. Like, cameras are weird.
Yeah. Marciel was asking,
Yeah.
if you would create a yellow ochre yourself,
Yeah.
what would you mix other than yellow and a bit of red and black?
From what palette? I'm sorry. From where? Starting from...
I think, like in general, what would you?
and earth. But I could say raw umber, and then that's super easy. Or I could say yellow, raw umber, and red, and then I'm good. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the starting point? Because it's very different if depending on the starting point.
Cody Winnicky said, I'm really meticulous about cleaning my brushes because I hate having to buy new brushes all the time.
Yes. Yeah. Take care of your brushes. Like, if you you don't have to be like me, where I have a bunch of cheap brushes, and that's how I usually go about painting. But if you buy a very expensive brush, like, take care of it.
Yeah.
Richard Schmidt was super respectful of his brushes and treated them with great care. He even clamped them after cleaning them so that they would retain their shape. So yes, yeah. If you've made a big investment on brushes, please take care of them.
Marciel, that was asking about mixing the yellow ochre, said starting from primaries.
Woof. So just yellow, red, and a little bit of blue. Tiny little bit of blue, because that's the only option that we have.
I love
right?
your pinky marks.
Oh, it looks like a little imagine like a little bird with a round little peg as a leg, just hopping around. It's like looking at the painting.
Ariel Celeda dice, hola Dani y Nico, un gran saludo. Hola Ariel, muchas gracias.
Ariel, ¿cómo va?
Te quería preguntar, ¿quieres que le cambie el white balance?
Porque está cambiando todo a
no,
todo
es que
momento.
se quedó rojo, mira. O sea, se quedó como amarillo rojo.
No, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's...
Look.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry.
Okay. Hi, Jair Piñero said, what podcast do you listen to?
Oh, we were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh, I usually, this doesn't have to interest anyone, but I do video game podcasts, and I do sports, like football podcasts. What else do I have in there? It's mostly that. It's like pure entertainment, and I'll have specific podcasts on movies or stuff like that. But that's about it. It's really entertainment, I would say.
Yeah. And if you could describe mine.
Danny is solely about...
not solely.
No, Danny is... it's either just kind of... Danny loves storytelling, like stories. Like, and if there is a lot of drama in the story, she likes it more.
No, not drama. Because
like
I don't
drama.
like... No, because I don't
drama
like...
Drama doesn't mean...
no, but wait, let me tell. Because I don't like listening, for example, to like a novel in a podcast. I don't like that. I like true crime.
Yeah.
I like podcasts that you can like learn like facts, like fun facts.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. But yeah, storytelling in the sense of like I really liked as we said yesterday, I haven't heard it in a long time, but the stories from This American Life I liked a lot. And also there's one that's called The Moth that I've told you about, that's like stand-up.
Yeah.
And they also tell stories. So I agree like 100% with the storytelling part. But I don't know with the drama part. I don't agree with that. Like I've heard things that I don't listen to the whole podcast because I think it's too much drama.
Yeah. Why did I answer for you?
Because I told you, like,
I'm trying to think, like, why?
How would you?
Oh.
How would you describe my podcast?
Yeah, no.
Taste?
So, but clearly I was wrong. So,
No, you're not wrong. Maybe I'm in denial. um, Juan Sanchez said best cleaning soap, the blue raw soap, Rey, and also the dishes one, cause they're soft. To scrub the brushes, you can use a hair comb or a kitchen glove. Don't use your hand unless you have shark skin.
yeah, my skin is terrible on my hands. Maybe because it's like way too many years of scrubbing all. I'm sure I'm absorbing all the bad stuff in colors and pigments, right straight through my hands. So do better than me.
And I said, yes, Danny's got taste. Marciel said, have you ever listened to podcasts from the salon? For example, at Terence Makina?
No. Tell us more about that. I don't know what that is.
Jair Piñero said, Danny, you should listen to Snap Judgment, Spooked, The Memory Plays, Radio Lab, 99% Invisible, and Radio Rental.
Oh, that's a lot.
I'm going to take a picture of it and I'm going to check them out.
Yeah. And trust me, she's going to look at all of those.
Yeah. Maybe I'm not going to like them all.
No.
But I'm going to check them out all. I listened to a podcast on Spotify. I think it was last year. It was really good. Let me check it out because I think I've told you about it. I forgot the name. Is there a way to see what you've listened to?
Oh,
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, here.
It's what I think you can look at what you're subscribed.
Yeah. It was called, it wasn't like a true crime, but it was like storytelling. It was called Scattered.
Okay.
Very good. I think you would like it.
You know what's the bad thing about me? That because I've listened to different stuff at different points in my life, but when I'm with something, I'm like, if I'm stuck with something, not stuck with something, but if I'm listening to something that I'm like, I like, I don't look for anything else. Like
Okay.
I'm fine with that. Like I'm super, super fine with that. And I'm not saying I won't try anything. I'm just saying that it's
like you're good with what you have.
Yeah. It's like, I'm good. Thank you. I'm good.
Yeah.
It's as if we
Well,
were going
this
to a
one is-
restaurant and I love the like chicken. And people would say,
Oh, try
no,
this
you
one,
have to try.
yeah.
What are you doing eating chicken? No, you have to try this. And I'm the sort of person that's like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for your suggestion, but I'm good.
Yeah.
No, but you should try. No, not really. Like, thank you again. Once again, I'm good. I'll have the chicken. Thank you. And it's not that I don't want to try other stuff. Like, I try stuff. I've tried everything in my life. But when I'm good, I'm like, yeah, I want to have that.
Yeah. But maybe if there's a day that you
Okay,
want
thank
to
you.
listen to something new, Scattered was good. I don't know why I think I showed you one chapter of it.
Probably not. No.
I'm gonna read what it is about,
Okay.
and you tell me if you remember, because I think I showed you. Like I made you heard one.
Yeah, I strapped you to
Yeah.
a chair.
In the last apartment. I don't know why I remember.
I don't remember.
Look, it says Chris Garcia's dad had one dying wish, that his family scatter his ashes off the coast of Cuba. Chris' mom,
Yeah, I remember.
she doesn't give a crap
I
about
remember
dying
that.
wishes. So yeah,
Yeah.
you heard.
Because
And I remember you were like, "Oh, it's super interesting."
well, yeah, but he's a comedian, right?
He is a storyteller, I think. But yeah, like a kind of a
Yeah, it was I feel bad, but it was trying to be funny and I just didn't find it funny.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's fine. Marciel said it's mostly about psychedelics like mushrooms, but also philosophy. The one of podcast from the salon.
Okay.
Mm. Ryan Webb said, Nicholas, have you gotten to check out the cartoonist Kayfabe yet? I mentioned it in past streams.
No. Could you give me their name once again, please?
K-A-Y
Yeah?
F-A-B larga E.
Kayfabe?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just seeing wrestling. Kayfabe.
Mm-hmm. Así dice.
Okay, Kayfabe. No, I think I found it. Oh, that looks super cool. That looks like lowbrow, like that looks super cool. Yeah, I hadn't checked it out, but yeah, it looks like zine cartooning. It looks super cool. I'll give it a shot this afternoon for sure.
Oh, Ryan Webb said it's called Cartoonist Kayfabe.
Yeah.
So-
No, I found it, but yeah, super cool. I'll look at it more closely this afternoon. Promise.
Alejandro Morales said, "Buah, what a painting! Awesome." So thank you, Alejandro. I thought you were going to say something.
No, sorry. I'm like super concentrated. But no. Thank you. Alejandro always. Yeah. Oh, no. And Alejandro nos llamó la atención last time because we were like,
Sí.
hey, I'm saying stuff. You guys are not. What is going on?
This is my
Tipo.
last time
Yeah.
saying something.
I'm giving you one last shot. No. Muchas gracias, Alejandro. De verdad, muy
Mm.
amable.
So I see that Ivan is giving some more tips
Oh, nice.
with Ariel about cleaning brushes.
¿Alguien que se llama Ariel o el jabón Ariel?
No, Ariel. Ariel Celeda.
¿Qué?
Alguien que se llama Ariel Celeda.
Ah, literal. Yo pensé,
Sí.
yo estaba diciendo como el chiste porque yo pensé que estaba
No.
diciendo y el jabón Ariel es buenísimo.
No. Y Ariel, dije que Iván y Ariel están
Es
diciendo
que para mí es
tips.
como Iván y Jabón Rey están dando, no sé, sí.
Ariel Celeda dice jabón Ariel Celeda. Sí, me perdiste. Cuando yo te dije Ariel Celeda y te empezaste a reír sin saber, no.
Pero
O sea, tú pensaste que yo había seguido el chiste.
yo pensé que era Jabón Ariel, sí. Y tú le habías puesto como un apellido al Jabón Ariel.
Sí, no. No es como el Coco Varela.
Coco Varela,
Sí,
Ariel
y
Celeda.
Ariel Celeda. Coco Varela y Ariel Celeda.
Se le dan las cosas.
Ay, no traje caimán para el pelo.
Yo tampoco, estoy desesperado.
No has tenido que comprar. No es que parezco una viejita. No. Jair Piñero said, have you read Saga, the comic book? Love the story and art.
No, sé cuál es, pero no. Oh, I'm sorry. So, no. I answered in Spanish. No. I know the book, but no, I haven't read it. It has pretty cool art.
So Ariel is still laughing about the jabón Ariel.
¿Y de dónde
Celeda.
es Ariel? Al menos desde aquí. ¿Será que Jabón Ariel es producto latinoamericano?
No sé. A ver. Jabón Ariel.
¿O Jabón Ariel es nuestro?
Dice que es de Procter y Gamble.
Ah, no, entonces hay por todo lado. Eso es enorme.
Dice, Ariel comenzó a aparecer en Alemania y en varios otros mercados de Europa continental en 1967.
Yo
En el Reino
juraba,
Unido en el 69.
uno siempre... ¿Tú no pensaste que era como nuestro, como de por acá?
Yo
Ariel.
no porque creo haberlo
Ariel.
visto en los mercados en Estados Unidos,
Ah,
pero...
no, pues tan
Ay, pero mira
sofisticada.
esto, ¿era así? No, ¿qué es esto? Está muy
No, eso es
nuevo, ¿qué
nuevo,
es
esos son los
esto?
pods, esos nuevos.
Yo no sé, esto se ve.
No, obvio no, Ariel es
Era
detergente.
así.
Pues es detergente, sí. Es normal, polvo.
Bueno, qué
Beh,
pena.
beh, beh, beh.
Pues sí, o no.
A
Esa voz.
ver,
No,
a ver.
mi hijito. Hablar solo.
Siempre.
Ariel dice,
¿Cuál?
sí, existe en Argentina y también el jabón Ace. La tienen conmigo. Ja, ja, ja. Mi prima dice, hello, hello, hello. Voy tarde pero fija. Siempre, mi prima siempre está.
Sí, de
¿Ustedes
firmeza.
usan jabón Ariel, baby? ¿O jabón Rey?
Me encanta uno llegar a una conversación y usted usa jabón Ariel.
O Coco Varela. Eh, Iván sigue con lo de las brochas. Dice, the other important thing about brushes is to keep its shape, to wrap it with paper towels to make a sort of a cap. It keeps the shape.
Yeah, some people spit on it. This is super true.
But I've seen that, cause I used to like kind of lick the brushes before I did watercolor, which isn't,
That's not good.
but just at the start.
That's not good at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making excuses. I know it's not good, but
I
it
know.
makes a better tip for the brush. That's why I did it.
And it makes your brushes smell like spit.
No, I have a good breath.
Mm-hmm.
You know I do.
Yeah, no, I know. But I wouldn't, if I wanted my brushes without spit or with spit, I probably would use, I would pick without like a 3-day spit on
That's
them.
my way of signing my
But,
paintings.
yeah. But your DNA is in the...
Yeah.
But no, what a lot of people do is they'll either spit on the brush, which is, I know, that's kind of disgusting, or they'll spit on a little piece of
Yeah, but
paper
I
towel.
never spit.
Paper
on the
towel, you spit on it, or you pass it through your tongue, whatever, and you just kind of wrap it around. And what that does, it kind of like it mimics like starch, what starch would do for something, and it just helps it keep the shape. That's
Okay.
a lot of people, a lot of like, very hardcore, this is how you paint, like this is old school, this is how you paint.
Mhm.
They do those sort of things. That's how it was at some point.
Jair Piñero said, we all come for the painting, but we stay for the soap history lessons. Oye, pero el Ariel estaba diciendo del jabón Ace.
Ajá.
Pues Ace debe ser.
Sí, pues sí, pero
Pero
para
acá es
nosotros
Ace.
es Ace, sí.
Yo no sabía. Ese también debe ser internacional.
Sí. Este sí está.
También de Procter and Gamble.
Que racos hagan uno nomás.
¿Y cuál es el? Y el Coco Varela sí es de acá.
Yo creo.
Coco Varela.
Ese es el nuestro. Nosotros
Sí.
somos 100% Coco Varela.
Holandesa.
No,
¿Es de Unilever?
Bueno, pero Unilever pudo comprar una cosa colombiana que lo hacía antes.
Coco Varela.
Sí, Unilever es enorme.
Origen. Yo quiero saber. No, ahora de acá no voy a acabar.
Sí.
Mm,
Sí, ay, ¿por qué no hicieron Visual Correspondence? Pues no hicimos porque no hubo tiempo, pero vengan y les cuento
del
la historia
Coco
del jabón de
Varela.
coco.
A ver, ¿dónde está? Eh, no sé. No sale. Ay.
Creo que es mío, de pronto. Gracias, Lindita. So Danny had to run out because our soap is here. I thought at the beginning of the painting, I thought I was gonna do like a very just caricature, you know, blow this red like up, just be super super saturated. And I think when I started the painting, I was like, nah, maybe I can do that, but I don't have to force it that much. I can make it an accent, but I don't have to force it that much. So I think that's the road I went with. That's the, you know, the path I sort of chose for this painting. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's been working out, I feel. I think it's a book, Danny Alita.
Yeah, it looks like. I'm gonna leave it here.
You could open it up. Let's do an unboxing, live unboxing of our books.
Wait. Gonna close the Coco Arela tab. So. I hope there's not like an address or something.
In the box?
Yeah, like showing.
Um,
No. No, I think we're good.
it's like an older, well, not old book, but just older. But I just thought the drawing was
Come on.
like incredible. Do you need like a knife or?
No, I just went for the exacto.
Okay.
But it has like 86 layers of
Yeah.
tape, so which is good. I don't know if people are listening to me because I'm far away.
It's always like you can always pick something up.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to talk a little bit louder, like this.
Oh my God, no.
I think I have it. Oh. So it looks super cool.
Yeah.
The peel box.
Yep.
Jonathan Cape and David Hughes. It's here.
Yeah, David Hughes is the artist. He's amazing.
So I'm gonna show it maybe in your camera.
Yeah, it's just like genius pen and ink drawing, I feel. Like absolute genius
Hello,
pen and ink
color.
drawing. Yeah.
I just opened
Yeah.
in the same.
Oh, look at that. That's funny. It's really good, isn't it?
Oh.
What's that? A paint?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't want to get paint in the book. No, it's really good. I like it. I have to check it out. I'm gonna check it out as soon as we. Not as soon as, but maybe when we finish. It's really good.
Yeah, I thought it was beautiful.
And did you ordered it a long time ago? Or
I know it. I had to buy it used
Mhm.
because it was hard-ish to find. I don't think it's hard to find, but it was hard-ish.
Mhm.
But yeah, maybe 2 months ago, maybe a little more than that.
But is it used? Because it looks brand new.
Remember,
And it smells brand new.
yeah, remember that the definition of used, sometimes it's very is weird.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think of used book.
Yeah, like a library copy or
Yeah.
something. Right.
Or
You can
like
get
with
those.
more
Like
marks.
I have a lot of those,
No, I
like
have
library
those
copies.
books too.
But
Or like books that you can see that they belong to someone else before.
yeah,
But this one looks brand new and smells brand new.
I know. I was expecting it to look a little bit worse.
Ariel Celeda dice, el viejo truco, Coca-Cola y Pepsi son los mismos dueños, la ilusión de elección. Y dice, aguante el coco, aceite de coco, jabón de coco, coco rallado, olor a coco, es excelente.
No, pero como así Coca-Cola y Pepsi es lo mismo.
No.
No, ahí sí, Ariel, qué pena. No, Pepsi es PepsiCo y Coca-Cola es Coca-Cola. O sea, esas dos compañías son distintas.
Iván dice, I have like 200 brushes or more between water and oil, but I always use the same 5. Y después dijo, jaja, spit on it, you can use plain water.
I know, but the spit thing is true. I'm not making that up. It's a true thing.
No, I trust you.
Yeah.
Iván dice, amazing painting with that ultra limited palette.
Thank
Marcial
you.
said, looks really cool with just 3 colors.
Yeah. It kind of makes sense also. You know, I tried to pick something that would make sense for subject matter, so I think that helps.
Cody Winicky said, oh, so Cody told me, haha, we can hear you, Danny. So yeah, maybe I was like screaming.
No. No, I've noticed when because these mics won't really, they're not really good if you're far away.
Yeah.
Like the only way you can make them
Super sharp.
pick
is
up your
here.
voice if you turn up the gain like to absurd amounts, but then it's gonna sound super noisy.
Yeah,
you're gonna also pick up noise. So yeah, no. The way that they're meant to be used, it's like the way we're using them right now, which is very nice. You get like a super crisp sound, but you have to be like, hey, microphone. I mean, you have to be like literally on top of your microphone.
Yeah. Cody Winicky also said, one of my students got some alizarin crimson on my copy of your sketchbook, and she thought she might die. But I told her Nicolas will probably like the idea of his sketchbook getting paint in it. Haha.
Oh, if you want to maybe play for her this little part of the video, oh, don't feel bad about any of that. Now the book is alive, you know.
Yeah.
If anything, it's you know how Duchamp, when the big glass broke, he said, now it's done. I feel for that sketchbook, it's like, don't worry, now it's complete. It's a book that I always, envisioned that people could like put it inside their pocket and just walk around with it. And I mean, from the paper that's used in the cover, from the cardboard that the cover is using, it's just meant to be a book that's, open it up, like crack it open, like split the ¿cómo se llama el lomo? ¿Cómo se dice el lomo en? I forget.
Spine?
Yeah,
I think
split the
book
spine
spine,
open.
maybe?
Yeah. Thank you, Danny.
No, it's fine.
Split the spine open. It doesn't, that's what you're supposed to do with that book. So you can tell your student that that they have nothing.
It was meant for that.
Yeah, nothing to be worried about.
Jimmy Donnelly said, I love David Hughes. I have his Walking the Dog book.
Oh, awesome. He is, what a drafts person. I mean, oh my God.
Yeah, and Cody Winicky said, I remember that's what you said about it when you first created it. The book. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst place at least a book like that could be at, is just stuck in a library. Like,
Or like in the plastic wrap forever.
Yeah,
Like-
just stuck there. And I know, both Danny and myself, we adore books.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
love
I take very
books.
good care, for example, of
Yeah.
my Oliver Jeffers book. But I love, and remember I always told you, like, I was super fine when Fer.
You lend
when-
them to me. And
Yeah.
To take to
To-
Fer's school.
Yeah, and also when we were in the last apartment, when she was a little bit
Yeah.
younger, she loved to read the books all the time.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, I remember you were like, but are you okay? Because I don't want to damage them. And I was like, no, I'm fine. I mean, they're meant for that. I mean, and more Oliver Jeffers books.
Yeah, imagine like
which
an
are
Oliver
meant for
Jeffers book
kids.
is that you go like,
Don't
yeah,
touch it.
Don't. You're
Yeah.
gonna, you bent the page. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
But now, if you bend the drawing that you gave me from Oliver Jeffers, that would make me cry for...
Well,
A
it's your,
year.
no, that's framed. That's, you have that.
No, yeah. That's why I framed it. Because now I don't have to be worried every time I handle it.
Yeah.
So, now, and I have to do the same with my SpongeBob original.
Yeah.
I have to. Yeah, but the books, I'm super happy when Fer used to read them.
I took them. It was like
I remember.
yeah, I had to go to
You
school
had
and
to go
read and read for
and
them.
I was like, oh, you should read the stock one, which is my favorite.
We read all of them.
Atrapados?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we read
yeah.
all of them. The kids love them.
Yeah, I remember. And I remember that Fer was super proud and happy. And you were like, yes, this is amazing, but these are Danny's. Because at the time we weren't living together.
Yeah.
'Cause
No,
I
you were
remember
super
you told
kind.
me that she was super in love with the stock one.
Yeah, and I had like 20 kids on top of me and on top of the book.
Yeah.
So it was, I was sweating. I was like, oh my God. But kids, they loved it. Because Fer was very little. She was probably like 6 maybe.
No, like 5
or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was very little at that time. So
Yeah. Liet said, Nicolas, do you still have fluorescent colors? It would be amazing to do a single value painting with the fluorescent paints.
oh,
Oof.
oof, that's a tough one.
And a tough one to see. I would say.
Yeah, that one. The camera doesn't pick those up really well.
No. We
Photos,
had to color correct them.
yeah, those are a hell to
A
reproduce,
pain.
to record.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, because when I painted with those, I painted on linen, on the primed linen that we have.
I have some linen of the painting I cut.
Oh, but like a little piece. But if I had to do more paintings, like I never tried them on paper, never.
Oh, would you want to? Because we could. Get them.
I've seen them at the store that we buy,
Yeah.
but they don't have the blue one. They
Oh,
have
okay.
yellow, orange, red, and green.
But we can search for them
Probably.
in our local Amazon. If you
In
know what I mean.
Arapism.
No,
What?
Mercado Libre zone.
Oh, no, we don't need to buy those through there.
Eh,
No, those are like super cheap. Those are very cheap even.
óleos.
Because those are Franco or Botero or... No, what's their brand?
A ver.
I'm doing... This is terrible when I'm doing... This ivory black, I should be putting some liquid into this because this is not going to dry in a week. Ivory black is a very slow drying pigment. So not a great choice, but what the hell? We did it. So if somebody's interested in the painting, just know that it's going to take a little bit to dry.
No los encontré. No importa. Bueno, luego miramos, pero creo que eran Franco, creo.
Yeah, I think so.
Iwan was saying, estaba diciendo, perdón, estaba saying that cuando aprendí a pintar no entendía la noción de paleta limitada porque con 4 pigmentos como en Zorn uno hace un montón de mezclas hasta que vi que hay gente que pinta con 12 y 20 pigmentos porque claro, uno empieza con uno, raw umber, luego blanco y negro, luego le pone rojo cadmio y luego Zorn Cada tubo es un mundo nuevo de aprendizaje. I'm painting something that maybe Nicholas would like, a nice portrait.
Oh, I have to see. But yes, what Ivan is describing is true. Like the organic way to learn how to paint is just with very little, and then you slowly add to that. And while you're adding, you're trying to learn how the color that you once understood is being affected by the addition of that new color.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I mean, you've talked about it a lot, but it's like you just don't add one color.
No.
If you add one, you add the color, like the pure color, and all the combinations you can get when you mix that with the colors you already have in your palette. So it's like adding a ton more. It's not just one. So.
Exactly.
Exactly. Hablando de los jabones,
Sí.
Jair Piñeros dice, el rey es de Colombia.
Sí, ese sí.
Ese
es
sí,
muy,
pero ¿y el
muy
Coco
viejo.
Varela? Yo pensé y no lo encuentro.
Tú dijiste Coco Varela es de los mismos de Super Coco
No, ay, sí.
y de Cocosete.
No, ¿de qué dices?
O sea, si producen coco, pues ya de una vez que hagan todos los productos.
A ver, oye, y mi prima yo creo que se espantó con la pregunta del jabón. No me respondió.
Pues diría como no,
Cacaíto no usa Coco Varela.
hoy creo que no es el día para estar aquí.
A ver. A ver.
¿Qué estás buscando?
No, vi un artículo del 8 de octubre de 1995 del
Sí.
Tiempo
Sí.
que dice Varela trepa a la palma africana. Pero no sé qué están. Varela
la-
S.A.
Sí.
Sí.
Es que puede que, lo que te digo, o sea, de pronto no estoy súper mal yo. Puede que haya sido una empresa colombiana, que esto pasa muchas veces, que pues era grande, pero pues después llegaron, no sé, el grupo Koala y Unilever
Creo que
y todos
encontré.
estos grupos que son enormes y terminan comprando como a los grupos chiquitos.
Creo que encontré. Dice Varela S.A. Creada en la Cámara de Comercio de Cali
¿Ves?
el 22 de junio. Nuestra fecha. De 1954.
Uy, nuestra fecha.
No, pues.
Por Jairo Varela, el de Nietzsche.
Dice Sociedad
dice-
Anónima.
Sí, entonces era colombiana. Una empresa.
Estado de la matrícula cancelada, ¿cómo así?
Pues claro,
Entonces
porque ya no.
ahora-
Pues si son de Unilever, ya es Unilever.
¿Quién dijo? Yo dije
¿Tú
que
me
era un
diste no me
Unilever.
diste Unilever?
Ah, sí.
No, esto.
Encontré en el 99 Unilever nuevo socio de Varela.
Pues.
Antes de 3 meses la multinacional Unilever ingresará como accionista de la compañía Varela S.A. A ver.
Está interesantísimo esto.
Yo estoy acá me quedo si quieren
Sí,
hasta.
y la gente por fuera está.
No, ¿qué
¿Qué
están
pitos es
haciendo?
Coco Varela?
Sí.
¿Quién le importa?
Ya estoy en uno que dice cómo Unilever busca conquistar Centroamérica y el Caribe. Ya me va a salir.
Pues sí, compraron. Quién sabe cuántos negocios locales compraron. Esas multinacionales también son.
Mi prima dice, no, perdón. Si uso Coco Varela también, jaja, no escuché la pregunta, lo compro en PriceMart en bulk. Nosotros también. Y ese es el único que no nos da alergia a Fer y a mí.
Sí, ese toca
Es necesario.
para la Ferchuchis.
Sí. Alejandro Morales said, Nico, Danny, speaking about packages, you remind me I had one waiting to be opened.
Oh.
Ooh, is it art related? Or is it like
Or is it like peanuts?
fridge? Like a fridge.
A fridge?
Like laying around
Like
there.
a fridge?
Like a humongous
This enormous box is like,
just
oh
laying
my
over
god,
there.
I remember I had a fridge
yeah.
there. Oh. I should open this.
Jairo Peñaranda said, "Hi Nico, when do you think it's necessary to varnish a painting? Regards."
It's not necessary. Like, if you don't want to, you don't have to varnish anything. But because oil paint, because oil dries and it behaves differently when it's dried and when it hasn't, as opposed to when it hasn't oxidized. That means that colors can look, quite different from the moment that you painted them. So many painters, they like to showcase the painting like the day it was painted, like the moment it was painted, and that's super cool. Is that is that an obligation then? No, for sure not. Don't worry about it. You don't have to, but a lot of people like to do that. I've certainly seen in galleries paintings that go for hundreds of thousands of dollars that are not varnished. For sure, they're not varnished. You can tell. So, it's not an obligation at all. Many painters also wait till it's thoroughly dry to varnish if they're doing traditional varnishing. So they'll wait at least 6 months to a year. So a lot of times they can reach the buyer or the person that commissioned the painting, or if they still hold the painting themselves, they'll eventually just varnish it. But yeah, you don't, if you're asking when or if you have to, no, you don't have to.
Alejandro Morales said, "I just opened it up. It turned out to be a Jeremy Geddes
An original
book I backed in Kickstarter. Is it
That's
true you
awesome.
guys are also doing a book there? Wink." Yes,
Danny,
we are. So let me tell you guys, we have just 4 days left. I was checking and it says that in 9 hours.
Yeah. It's gonna finish.
No. It's gonna be like
3 days.
all the Kickstarter webpage is going to
It's gonna
go
go
down
down.
for an hour. So you can back it. You have 4 days and 1 hour minus an hour left.
So I guess
to
they're
back it
doing
up.
server maintenance or
Yeah, I
something
think.
like that.
So please check it out. Please check out our new book campaign. Time is running out.
That sounds vaguely
Just
existential.
4
So
days. Just 4 days. Just 4 days left. Left? Just 4 days.
yeah, it sounds like apocalypse, but yes.
So I'm gonna pin the comment if you want to check it out. If you haven't checked it out already, you have 4 days. Just 4 days. Mi prima dice, sí uso coco varela también, jajaja, no escuché la pregunta. No, eso ya lo leí.
What?
Nosotros también somos alérgicos y por eso nos toca ese, jaja. Ariel dice, el coco varela debe ser bueno para bañarse. No, yo creo que muy abrasivo.
No, yo creo que no.
Aunque tengo que decir que mi abuela paterna dice que
No, ellos se bañaban con
jabón
un
Rey
rey. Sí, ellos
era lo mejor para lavarse el pelo.
para la piel, para que no se cayera
Sí.
el pelo.
No, pero terrible.
No.
Yo a mí me llega a caer jabón del de las manos en la cara, me sale una roncha.
Sí, no, y yo me hubiera echado jabón rey en el pelo, tendría más pelo hoy en la rodilla que en la cabeza.
Sí. Estarías ahí como una bola de billar.
Sí.
Gabriel Pozo dice, los estaba escuchando y de repente se prendió la alarma de incendio en todo el edificio. Ay, pensé que era yo y mis solventes, pero alguien le prendió fuego a una papa.
¿Qué?
Llegó el departamento de fuego y todo. Tuve que salir, el live se quedó prendido en el compu.
¿Alguien le prendió fuego a una
LOL.
papa? ¿Fue lo que dice Gabriel?
Sí, alguien le prendió fuego a una papa.
¿Qué es
O sea, de
eso?
pronto estaban cocinando y se incendió.
Pero es que suena muy chistoso
Le prendió
prenderle fuego a una papa.
Que Gabriel nos cuente qué pasó.
No,
¿Qué pasó?
y ojalá no haya pasado
Sí,
nada
no,
grave,
no.
¿no?
¿Y qué dijo? ¿Qué dijo?
¿La papa?
No, pues la papa ya no dice nada. ¿Qué dijo? Ya no dice, ¿no?
Sí.
Antes sí decía.
Antes se cansó
Eh,
de pedir auxilio.
¿Qué
No, no
dijo?
molestemos con eso. No, Dani,
¿Qué
no.
dijeron? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué dijo el vecino?
La
Que
papa tuvo
salió
la
como, ay,
culpa.
perdón.
Estaba haciendo. Ah, no, Gabriel es de España.
¿Cómo
Gabriel es de
dirías?
España. No sé la región, no sé, depende de la región.
Sí, que nos cuente. Yo creo que yo sería esa persona que sale.
No, Gabriel es
Qué
de
pena.
Argentina.
Sí, yo
Gabriel, qué
creo que es
pena.
de Gabriel. Gabriel es de Argentina.
Gabriel
De
es de
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Sí. Yo solo te dejo hablar, pero creo que te equivocas.
Pero es que yo mi argentino,
Argentino, ahí se nota lo bueno que es.
solo puedo hacer porteño. Solo.
Che, lo que pasa es que
No,
tiene una
no, ya,
papa.
no. Taken down for,
Ay.
sí, racism. No, no,
No,
estuvo
eso no me digas
terrible. Estuvo
eso.
terrible, mi amor,
Ah,
sí.
Venezuela. Gabriel
¿Gabriel
es
es
de
de
Venezuela y
Venezuela?
yo acá intentando
No.
hacer mi mejor acento y tú diciendo un chiste, comentario feo. ¿Y qué fue lo que pasó, Gabriel? Estaban cocinando, supongo.
Pero Gabriel es de Venezuela, pero vive en Estados Unidos. No, hay algo ahí. Hay un bailado ahí que es distinto. Ahora
Mm,
Gabriel es como, no, vivo al lado. Vivo a 2 cuadras de ustedes.
Cody Winnicky said, it would be hard to forget a refrigerator box sitting around. Haha. Yeah. Gabriel dice, nada, metieron una papa en un microondas sin idea cómo le prendes fuego a una papa. No, no debieron. Yo creo que Samuel podría hacer eso.
Sí.
Que es como, ay, voy a calentar estas papas a la francesa.
No,
Pero voy a chuzar una con el tenedor primero y pongo el tenedor. ¿Cuánto me queda el juego? 1 hora.
Sí, no.
Pongamos 1 hora. Que se caliente 1 hora. Y luego, ¡pum! Sí, Gabriel dice, sí, de Venezuela, pero vivo en Estados Unidos.
Eso es.
Ah, pero entonces, ¿todo bien? Pues supongo que
¿Por
el
vivir allá
microondas
o...?
quedó
Ah.
terrible, pero
¿Y por qué estás
¿todo
asumiendo lo del
está bien?
microondas?
¿Por qué dijo?
¿Sí? ¿Dijo
Metieron
microondas?
una papa en un microondas y ni
Ah.
idea cómo le prendes fuego a una papa.
¿Será que la metieron? ¿Será que era una de esas papas como los gringos se la comen? ¿Cómo se llaman? De esas papas que vienen envueltas en aluminio con sour cream.
Ay, no digas.
Claro, y metieron el papel de aluminio, los tortas.
Ay, no.
Voy a
Puede
decir
ser.
que eso fue lo que pasó.
Puede ser, sí.
Sí.
La que llamamos papa chorreada nosotros.
No, ¿qué te pasa?
La
Esa no
papa
es papa
chorreada
chorreada.
también viene en eso.
No, pero la papa de ellos es solo papa cocina, o sea, papa que la cocinan en el aluminio y la abren toda, entonces queda como blandita por dentro y le echan como 18 cucharadas de
Sí,
sour
pero
cream.
mira, la papita chorreada se hace en aluminio y si me muero de la pena.
Sí, pues sí, es nuestra versión.
Por
Pero tú le
eso.
dices, pero esa
Chorreada.
es mi papa chorreada. No, es que mi papa chorreada es la amarilla.
También hay amarilla, es que
Esa
depende.
es mi papa chorreada.
Es
Mi
que-
papa chorreada no es esa.
Depende lo que tú le eches a la salsa, mi amor.
No, pero es que mi papa chorreada es con hogo.
No,
La-
¿qué?
Mi papa chorreada, por eso salen ahí, mírala. La segunda.
Sí, ya la vi. No, pero, o sea, yo he visto esta,
Mi
pero
amor,
esta
eso
es
es papa
como con
chorreada.
guiso.
Por eso, con hogo.
Pero yo la he visto más así.
No, así como la papa que me mostraste en aluminio, no. Para mí eso no es una papa chorreada.
Claro.
Para mí no. Para mí eso es una papa asada.
Papa chorreada receta.
No, mi amor, papa chorreada es con hogo. Papa chorreada en aluminio. ¿De qué me hablas?
Hoy solo he salido regañada yo en esto.
¿Qué?
Solo regañada.
Pero creo que en esto tengo razón.
No,
Lilita.
sí, de pronto. Javi Hub dice baked potatoes.
Baked
es papa
potatoes,
horneada.
Papa al horno, sí, esa.
Gabriel Pozo dice, salieron 2 de esos camionzotes del departamento de incendios por una papa.
Sí, no, ya llega el SWAT por
Y dijo,
una papa.
capaz que sí. Sí, de pronto sí era en aluminio.
Es que hay mucha gente que no sabe que no puede meter metales al microondas.
Ariel Celeda dice, dale, quiero que imiten al porteño, soy de Buenos Aires, jaja. Yo
A ver,
ya
Dani,
intenté.
yo.
No,
Es que
yo
tienes
ya
que hacer el
intenté.
yo.
Yo intenté y
Yo
me dijiste
intenté.
que no.
Yo intenté.
Yo estaba haciendo un súper
Yo
buen
estaba
trabajo.
haciendo un súper buen trabajo. Yo lo
Eh,
intento.
Mira, mi prima dice, pero la que dice Coco es jacked potatoes.
No, no, la papa chorreada no.
Papa
Chorreated,
chorreada.
chorreated potatoes. No,
Mm,
no, creo que no me equivoco. O sea, yo ya hemos establecido que mi colombiano calle es pésimo. Cuando sacamos a la superficie mi ignorancia sobre Siete Tigres. Pero papa chorreada, creo que no me equivoco de lo que es una papa chorreada. O sea, 100%.
es deliciosa.
Sí, pero la hacían en mi casa mucho. Papa chorreada.
Sí, pero también en tu casa hacían
¿Qué?
las
¿Qué va a decir? ¿Qué va a decir?
lasaña de pollo con con lo que
Sí,
hacían
sabía
era
como
con
a caldo
caldo
de
de
pollo.
pollo.
Ah, pues bueno, está bien.
Por
Pues,
eso.
pero incluso la
O sea,
hacían
a
más
lo que voy
colombiana.
es que
La hacían más
siempre en cada
colombiana.
casa hay variaciones de las cosas.
Sí, pero en ese
Entonces,
caso pues la hacían más colombiana. Pero esto es algo colombiano para
eh,
comenzar. No es la lasaña, que pues la lasaña no es nuestra.
Alejandro Morales. Ay, espera, Gabriel Pozo dice, se me perdió mi pincel en el tumulto.
No.
No, Gabriel. ¿Y era un pincel chévere?
Bueno. ¿Pero salió corriendo con el pincel, Gabriel? ¿O
Pues
cómo
no, es que dijo que dejó todo prendido, dejó todo.
dejó
O sea,
una papa en el microondas?
y le echó la culpa a la vecina.
Sí.
Alejandro Morales said, in our office we have one of those new generation of microwave ovens. You can put metal things inside. In fact, the heating works better using metal utensils, according to the manufacturer. You know, Alejandro, our microwave has a thing to...
But it's like a special tray.
It's like a tray, but it's like a metal tray that you can use for like roasting chicken. And
I've never put it
no,
in there
I
because I'm
don't know
afraid.
where you put it because I was
I
like,
hid it.
because
I'm like, these
I bought the
bastards that want to
microwave.
kill us.
No, I bought the microwave and I was like, it has this so you can do roasted chicken. And he was like, oh no, you can't. And I'm like, yeah, you can. And he was like, no, it's metal. You can put it inside.
Well, I'm still old school, so I have
And
no
we
idea
haven't
that
tried
those
it.
things exist. So I am not going to put metal in that microwave.
We should try it.
No.
I'm gonna,
Well, you can wait till I'm gone.
no.
Just
No,
if you
'cause
see sparks.
I'm not gonna
just,
use like a metal fork. I'm gonna use like the thing that came with the microwave.
yeah, but then what does that mean? That only certain types of metal?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either. See, it's best not to do it.
Cody Winnicky said, Alejandro, call me old fashioned, but that sounds sketchy as hell.
Hell yeah. I'm in the same boat as you. I'm not doing
Alejandro
that.
Morales said, okay, Nicolas wins.
I'm not doing that at all.
Jairo Peñaranda said, Ogao is the best. You can put it on basically everything and it makes it great. Rice, patacones, potatoes. I love it. I love it too. Also because I grew up with a lot of Ogao.
Do you say ogao or ogo?
Both.
I think I'm ogo.
Ogao. No, I go with Ogao.
Yeah, most people.
When I was little, of course I said ahogado.
Ahogado.
Ahogao. No, ahogao, I said. But like joking?
But not really.
No, like joking, because as I said, I've heard Ogao a lot of times because of my grandma, the mom of my dad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it's amazing. I remember I bought one that you can store in the fridge, and I
A
loved
microwave?
it. No, an Ogao, and I loved it. Like I loved putting
Oh, the
that
smell of
everywhere.
that.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
you hated the
God,
smell.
The smell. Oof.
It's so good. It was so good.
Oh, I puked a little bit in my mouth just thinking about it.
Alejandro
the smell was
Morales.
so bad.
Well, it's Ogao. Of course, it smells bad. It
no,
has a lot
no,
of
no.
yeah, because it has a lot of onion.
I know what it has, but this was like that going bad.
No.
Yes, it was.
No, it was really good.
It was terrible.
Nope. Eh, Alejandro Morales said, Cody, it wasn't me. Blame it on Samsung. So I want to check new microwave. Um, look,
What?
how come my microwave has a metal rack?
Oh, that's the thing I wrote like a couple of weeks ago?
Eh, eh,
Still don't trust it. And I don't need it. We have an oven, so, we'll use the oven.
I don't find it.
Yeah. You know who probably bought one of those ovens? The woman that just put the potato in the microwave.
Yeah, Cody said, I know, Alejandro, I'm just joking. It does sound scary, though. Yeah. James said, Jagger lips.
Yeah. I think he would beat me. I don't quite have his lips. His are enormous. Mine are full, but not that much.
Ana Azuela dice, hola Nico y Dani.
Hola.
¿Es que algún día pintarán un David Bowie? Soy su más fan.
Uy,
Soy muy su fan, perdón. Saludos desde Tijuana, México. Hola Ana, muchos saludos para ti también.
De pronto mañana.
De pronto,
sí.
Ana tiene que estar pendiente mañana entonces del video.
De pronto mañana hacemos un buen Bowie.
Liet said, speaking of books, isn't there only 2.5 days left on your Kickstarter for your Monster 200 page book? Yeah, but it's actually 4 days. It's until the 13th.
Are you sure? Maybe Leah checked.
No, I'm 1,000% sure. Until the 13th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So Sunday, March 13, 2022, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh, thank you. And I was reading, and as I was reading, someone backed the campaign. I've never seen that. Like I was reading, and the numbers went.
Yeah.
up.
It actually,
That's amazing.
It's always connected. So.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so we have 4 days to go. Remember, March 13,
which
3
is what?
p.m.
It's Friday?
Sunday.
What?
That's why I said Sunday, March
I'm sorry.
13. 2022, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Eastern Time. Leslie Cavazos dice Papacho rated. Jajaja.
Papacho rated.
Jesús de la Osa dice, ¿y para cuando un Diomedes Díaz, el mejor de todos?
Yo pinté a Diomedes. Pon Nicolás Uribe Diomedes. Diomedes Díaz.
A ver.
Nicolás Uribe Sojo Diomedes Díaz. De pronto.
Creo que acá está, mira, pero no me dejan.
Ay, y no está más. Baja, de pronto ahí, está por ahí. ¿No?
No.
A ver, yo busco acá.
Porque ahí dice, igual decía ilustración Nicolás Uribe, pero...
Sí, pero ¿qué es eso? No, me acabo de escribir Nicolás Urine Diomedes.
Muy bien. Acá, mira.
Pero
En
está
el eterno blog del vallenato, dice.
Uy, usaron mi...
Mira, ahí está al lado de esta.
Uy, está más chévere esa que la mía. Está mucho mejor. Sí, creo que no salgo. El caso es que la hice para una crónica de Alberto Salcedo, creo, para Soho.
Ay, mira. No.
Pero sí, esta es la crónica, sí. Pues la reproducción sale fatal, la verdad. Pero, pero pues como,
Está terrible, sí.
sí, la reproducción sale muy charra. Pero
Eh,
sí, sí lo pinté.
sí, no, queda más fácil que Jesús busque, porque no me deja hacer pantallazo, ni descargarla, ni nada.
Pero el que busca,
Encuentra
a
a
Diomedes.
Diomedes.
Ay, hombre.
A ver qué dicen. ¿Qué dicen? Your mom was saying, God, that's a wonderful painting.
Thank you, Olguita.
Ah,
Olguis, si me estás escuchando, em,
está Nicolás antojado
de rollo de carne. ¿Te acuerdas
dizque
cuando hacías?
rollo de carne y papa chorreada.
No, papa
Olguita.
chorreada no tanto,
Ay,
pero rollo de carne, es que creo que no va rollo de carne con papa chorreada.
la
Pero
papa chorreada
mi
con todo.
Olguis, por favor, cuando vuelves a hacer un rollo de carne, de ese con el huevo en la mitad, por favor. ¿Hace cuánto no comemos eso, Olguis?
Yo nunca lo he probado.
Uy, es una cosa.
No, nunca lo he probado.
Es como. Ay, güey,
¿Qué pasó?
se me cayó. Como. Me manché, pero bueno. Pero es como un rollo de carne así, es como. Es como si fuera comida para perros, pero súper elegante.
¿Qué dices? Obvio no, Nicolás. Your mom said have to be hung in a big museum.
¿El rollo de carne, Olguis?
Nicolás, pues la pintura.
Ah.
Eh, Ivan said, it seems like I'm going to paint the D. Snyder because you apparently don't want to.
Ay, chévere.
Javi Hav dice, ¿el rollo de carne es meatloaf?
No, no. No sé si esa
No, no,
sea.
no.
No,
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 porque
no.
acuérdate que ese es como un pan.
Es como una torta y.
Mira.
Sí. No, no, es que es distinto, es distinto.
A
Olguis,
ver, voy
por
a
favor,
ponerlo.
Olguita, por favor, necesitamos. O sea, tú siempre eres muy querida con las pinturas, pero necesito que nos hables del rollo de carne.
¿Era más así? No
Sí,
sé.
100%. Ese está como feo, ese se veía mal. El de mi mamá se ve como mejorcito.
Sí,
No,
este
así
es-
no, así no. Ni,
no,
no, no,
este.
no, y no tiene habichuela y. No, no, habichuela y zanahoria en la mitad, no, no, no.
No, sí, ese se veía.
No, ese es como de la cárcel.
Es, este me da miedo. Mira este.
Sí, sí, eso es para
Y
un
mira
perro.
esto de acá.
Sí, ese es para un perro. Por eso te digo que es como para perros, pero elegantes.
A ver qué dice Olguita.
No, de pronto está escribiendo, pero esto puede ser demorado.
Mientras tanto, Iván dice, uf, mi mamá hacía un rollo de carne espectacular al horno, también relleno de huevo y envuelto en tocineta.
Uy,
Sí, el rollo de carne se parece al meatloaf. Eh, pues sí, igual es que debe haber un montón de recetas distintas.
de pronto. Es que no sé por qué yo siempre pensé que era como más sofisticado. De pronto era fatal. De pronto sí era comida de perro. Rollo de carne, meatloaf.
No, 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 estaba escribiendo porque es que me estaba preguntando Jesús.
Sí.
Me dice, Dani Busquets, Diomedes Díaz, Nicolás Uribe Sojo. Y me sale primero en una página llamada Calameo. ¿Es ese? Sí, es ese. Que Nicolás dice que la reproducción está terrible y se ve que la foto de la reproducción está terrible. Pero sí es ese. ¿Hace cuánto
Pero-
lo pintaste? Hace mucho.
Sí, hace mucho. Pero lo pinté. A eso quería
Llegar.
decir que que se pintó. No, para esas crónicas pinté a Pambelé, pinté al pibe y pinté a Diomedes. Creo que ya no más.
Alejandro Morales said, Nicolas, in the Gamald Gallery here, there is a room full of paintings from the Netherlands, and all are portraits of people wearing black. These paintings belong there. This painting belongs there.
I don't know that gallery. That's awesome.
Se escribe Gemalde,
Ujú.
Gemalde, y la A tiene diéresis,
Ujú.
pero no sé pronunciar. Yo dije Gemalde.
¿Y en dónde dijo?
Dijo here, en Alemania, supongo, pero no sé.
Ah, es que ese es como...
Gemalde.
Sí, ese es como ese es un museo, pero
A ver, Gemalde
ese es el museo
Gallery.
grande de allá. Como museo de arte.
Gemalde.
¿No es como Gemalde Gallery?
Sí,
Sí,
por eso fue lo que yo dije,
Sí,
pero con mi pronunciación.
pero sí, es como el museo grande de ellos. Pues no sé si el museo más grande es como la Pinacoteca de Múnich, pero
Alejandro dice, la galería de pinturas en Berlín.
¿cuál es más grande, Alejandro? ¿Esa o la de Múnich?
Javi Hab was asking, Nico, would you paint a young Bowie or an older Bowie? Also, what do you think of Alice Cooper for painting?
That would be kind of sweet, Alice Cooper. What would I go for? Bowie's like, you could paint like 40 paintings of Bowie and they all would be different. But maybe younger Bowie, maybe. So angular, so it's so cool, like awesome shapes.
Iván Sánchez dice, ¿qué día le preguntaba? Pregunta que fue ignorada. Uy,
Qué pena con las
me echaron el
disculpas.
vainazo a
Sí,
mí
no
por
pudo
no
solo
leer.
preguntar, ¿no? No
Sí.
pudo solo preguntar.
Sí. Entonces, pregunta que fue ignorada, que si había probado los pinceles de silicona, se los aprendí a usar a cal, es como una espátula precisa, o yo los uso para raspar pintura. Creo que tú no los has usado.
No,
Pues no te los he visto.
No. Yo
Usado, dije.
usado ahogado.
No los has usado. Has usado, se me
ujú.
trabó la lengua.
No, yo no los uso, la verdad. Y son muy chéveres como para poner y para quitar pintura también. Pero la verdad es que no los he usado, Iván.
Alejandro Morales dice, creo que la de Múnich es más grande.
Sí, es que creo que el museo más grande de Alemania es la Pinacoteca.
Cody Winnicky was asking, you have probably said this before, but does your mom still do art, Nicolas? And are there other artists in your family as well, Danny?
So my mom, no, she stopped now. She's at an amazing age where she helps all of us with our lives and with her grandchildren. So she's incredible. She's like the most amazing grandmother that could ever exist. And you could answer about your...
No, and in my family, I think no. Well, I have like things connected to art. My dad is an architect, so he always loved drawing. My uncle was industrial designer, but he always loved drawing, painting, and he loved like creating things on wood. So he was the one that had the machines, the wood machines that I was talking about some days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And my granddad used to write.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. plays for the theater in Sevilla Valle. So I have some of those. They're super cool. Yeah, but there's not like a painter or a sculptor or a no, nothing like that. Yeah.
Yeah, in my direct family, like only my mother and her father, my German grandfather, he was an artist too.
Iván Sánchez dice, lo siento Dani, es que como no está Gabriela para hacer drama, quise hacer un poquito. Hashtag Team Dani. No, tranquilo, igual yo siempre molesto. Yo no me pongo brava. Es más que, de verdad, yo intento de leer todos los comentarios, pero a veces se me pasan uno que otro. Carlos Cañas dice, hola Nicolás, saludos desde España. He aprendido muchísimo con tus videos, no me pierdo uno. Incluso he hecho estudios de algunos. Gracias por compartirlos.
No, muchas gracias, Carlos. Muy amable.
Margo Delgado dice, envidio mucho tu capacidad de ver color en una imagen en blanco y negro. Me parece súper complicado.
De pronto, hemos hablado un poco de eso, pero de pronto eso viene también de lo mucho que pinté del natural. Mucho tiempo, entonces uno empieza como a reconocer muchas cosas que ya vio del natural y puede hacer eco de ellas o puede como invocarlas cuando uno está trabajando como de la imaginación, digamos.
Jair Piñero said, I didn't know Nico had another book. I'm trying to find it to buy it, but I can't. You got some with you, Nico?
No, so let us explain that. What is going on right now is a book campaign. It's a Kickstarter book campaign for a new book that's going to come out late this year. Mm-hmm. So the book hasn't been printed. So
it's like a campaign to fund
exactly the production of the book.
The production of the book, exactly.
So you can you still have time. Just Danny has the link, I think.
Yeah, it's pinned. So and it's also in the description. I'm sorry that I'm interrupting.
No. So it's a pinned comment. It's in the description, like Danny says, and you can check that out. But just know that going into it, maybe you're unfamiliar with crowdfunding and campaigns of that sort. You shouldn't be scared. Kickstarter is an enormous they facilitate those sort of projects, and they've been doing that for well over 10 years, 10 years maybe for sure. I was going to say 15 years, but maybe not quite. But it's the biggest place that you can go to fund kind of like creative projects. So so check it out, but think of it as you pre-ordering a book, and it's going to be a few months still till you get the book. But like Alejandro did his unboxing today, you know, one day you will get it in the, not one day as like 2028.
No,
when you have now
at the end of this year,
you know, gone to Mars because the world is on fire. You know, the book is sadly going to be shipped to your address on Earth. No, it's going to be later this year. So November, December this year, everyone's going to get their book.
Yeah, but Jair
if there are no, like, barring no issues with production or with shipping, we hope that we don't encounter anything like that.
Estimated shipping.
Yeah, we hope we don't encounter any problems like that. But that's our goal.
Jair was saying, no, I know about the Kickstarter. I'm backing it already. I think they were asking, because we, as crowdfunding, you've done
3. This would be the third one.
Yeah. Because Jair said, but I Googled you and there is another book published in 2016. Yeah, which was the big one.
Oh,
the
yeah,
painter one.
Yeah. No, that one we don't have any more books. We had some, we've talked about this, but Jair, we had some because my brother was holding some at his, he was very, very generously storing some books. Yeah. So when we visited him for Thanksgiving last year,
we shipped the last 11.
There were 11 books, and we made them available we told people, hey, we have these books. If you're interested, just first come, first serve. And yeah, they bought them in like minutes. So we were super, super grateful.
Yeah. Carlos Cañas dice, Nicolás, me encantaría saber cuál fue tu formación académica. ¿Estuviste en alguna escuela de artes clásico o te formaste de alguna otra manera?
Yo tuve la fortuna de ir a estudiar a una escuela de artes en Nueva York que se llama School of Visual Arts, la Escuela de Artes Visuales. No es clásica, es una escuela como bastante abierta porque uno se puede, digamos, uno puede escoger diversos énfasis y el énfasis con el que comencé yo era cómics y el énfasis con el que terminé fue ilustración. Entonces me gradué como ilustrador de allá y trabajé allá unos años y después me devolví aquí a pintar a Bogotá. Pero sí, esa es mi educación. Tuve pregrado, no más, no hice nunca después un posgrado, una maestría en arte.
Y después fuiste profesor por 12 años, que yo creo que eso también te formó un montón.
Después fui profe.
Pues bueno, yo acá hablando por ti.
Oh, gracias. No, después fui profe, como dice Dani, después fui profe en la Javeriana, 12 años y pues doy talleres por todo el mundo cuando pues tengo esa posibilidad. Me invitan de muchas ciudades por todo el mundo a dar talleres. Entonces también como que todas esas son experiencias ahí que he tenido la fortuna de adquirir.
Cody Winnicke said, my friend Thane Gurek went to that same school, I think around the same time too.
Oh, I was 95 to 99. So I'm going to date myself there. But so I went with school with let's see, I'm just going to name drop people. Esau Andrews, James Jean, Tomer Hanukkah, Jules Arthur, Kenichi Hoshine, Dice Tsutsumi. Just incredible professionals nowadays. And
super talented artists.
Yeah. Very, 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 very talented artists. So, yeah, we were very lucky. Just a very amazing sort of moment where super talented people, not myself included. These were like, I mean, Esau was a genius. Tomer was a genius. James, of course, he was a genius. Dice was incredible. So these were guys that were just absolutely amazing when they were 18, 19. So you already knew that they were going to be enormous.
My cousin said, Danny, we came out very artistic in comparison to our family. Haha. Yeah, and also when I think like the side of my family that my cousin is part of, like the part of my mom, I think there's nothing like art related there.
Yeah,
at all.
usually
Like it comes more from my father's side, if I kind of see it like that. But from my mom's side, no one studied or had an interest on art of any sort. So.
But I think usually that's what happens in families.
Yeah, I think your case is unusual that you have like your mom and your
like
grandparent.
a third generation.
Yeah, that's super unusual.
And I have my not my hopes. I mean, I don't really care what my children study, whatever they study. All I want is for them to be happy. But I think Fer is going to eventually, I don't know why I feel it, but I think she's going to do something art related. Something.
Maybe, yeah.
She could be like an interior designer or something like that.
Yeah, and I know that, I love that she now loves that.
Yeah. But it's just weird how she picked up Procreate. Like she wanted to pick up Procreate. And this was like a year ago. So she was 9 and she wanted to work in Procreate and she wanted like an iPad pencil. We didn't get her like the latest stuff,
but
we got
she
her.
Couldn't use it because of because she has the other iPad.
Yeah. So we didn't get her like an iPad Pro and no. Because that's like, come on, overkill. But and when you have kids, you never know if they're gonna
really
like be
use it.
2 months into it. They're gonna be like, yeah, I don't care.
It wasn't for me.
Yeah. This is boring. Sorry. and they start playing again with like a cardboard box. So, but Fer, she surprised me. She blew me away when she was like, "No, I want to do this," and she has learned how to use. Like Danny taught her like super simple stuff, and she picked it up super quickly. And everything else, she just copies.
TikTok. She's like,
she just,
I learned from TikTok.
Yeah, she
or
just
YouTube
does
or...
the same thing that somebody in TikTok or YouTube will show her. And I think that that's incredible. That's amazing.
Yeah, and it's an interest that has been there for a long time.
Yeah.
Because I remember when she was younger.
Yep.
She wanted to be like everything. I even remember that she said she wanted to be a rock star. Do you
rock
remember
star
that?
and fairy godmother.
Yeah.
She thought that was a job that she could pick.
Yeah, and the interior design thing is super interesting because I remember I told her that I was interested in that too before I picked arts. And she was like, "Oh, tell me more."
Yeah.
But she was like really interested in that. And I love that after that conversation, like she's like, "Oh, I want to be an interior designer," which is amazing because sometimes you hear like older people talking about jobs and you're like, okay. But she was like really interested in knowing about interior design, which I think is super cool.
Yeah, I love my kids because they can't be any more different and they're both perfect. Because if you ask Samu, he has no clue. And he's the older one. And I love him for that. I always tell him, don't worry. You don't ever have to rush anything in your life. Like,
yeah, and I love that even when you ask him, he's like, "Dad, I have some years left." Like, he thinks it's like if you're pushing.
Oh, yeah.
Because sometimes I'm like, "Samuan, do you know what you want to do?" And he's like, "Danny, I still have time." Like,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like, I think he really, really has no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's perfect. I think it's absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Gabriel Pozo said, Cody Winnicky, I'm sorry, said, "Oh yeah, he graduated in 95. Wow, that's an insane class of people."
Yeah, so he came out just when I was coming
starting, yeah. Gabriel Pozo said, "I read somewhere that James and Yuko Shimizu were roommates. Was she there while you were in the SVA, Nico?"
I don't remember her. Oh, Mu Pan, I forgot. Yeah, Mu is like incredible also. But Yuko Shimizu, no, I don't. But I'll trust what you're saying though. But I don't remember her, if I have to be super, super honest.
Johan said, haha.
I know that
I'm sorry.
A former student of mine, Tatiana Cordova, she's her assistant in New York. So, that's we're linked. 7 degrees of separation always.
Javi have said, "My baby, 7 years old, wants to be a pet doctor and wants to train dragons when she grows up."
Okay, one of those is probable. The pet doctor sounds like, what is she talking about? I know, that's a cute joke. Come on, she's 7.
Yeah.
That was meant for her. She was my audience there.
Do you remember what I wanted to be when I was a kid?
A swing. It honestly is the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
Not a swinger.
No. That has another
like an actual swing. She wanted to be an actual swing. Where you sit and you swing in a park. Danny wanted to be a swing.
A swing. Yeah.
That is, you'll never be able to say anything cooler than that in your life, Danny.
Yeah, I know. And my sister was the one that ruined my dream.
Yeah? She told you that was not possible?
No, she was like, "What? For people putting the ass on your face?" And I was like, "No, what?" She was like, "You can't be that."
I love that this was the conversation.
Yeah.
Not that, no, you can't be an inanimate object.
No, but she was like...
It was like, no, do you want your butt?
Everyone's going to put their butt in your face.
But you never thought of that?
No.
When you said, I want to be a swing, you never thought...
No, because I had like 5.
Yeah, but you never thought people are going to sit on me?
No, the thing is that when I was that age, maybe until, I would say maybe 12, I was obsessed with swings. Like, I would go to the park, and where we lived at the moment, we had a park, and there were swings,
Yeah.
And I could spend all the afternoon in swings.
Yeah.
Like my sister was like, "Oh, can we go like to the Subay Baja? I don't know how to call it.
Seesaw.
Seesaw?" And
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, you can go." Cuz I loved to be on the swings. And
Yeah.
like
but,
I remember I was like, I just want to feel this for all my life. Like
yeah.
I want to be like swinging in the swing all my life.
I
So
know,
I
but
have to be a swing.
You could have said, I want to be a kid that goes swings,
No, I wanted to be a swing.
you know, all their life. But no, you went for, I want to be an actual swing.
Yeah. I think it's cute.
I think it's I think it's brilliant. But it's, sadly, you peaked. I don't think that you're ever going to say
I
anything
picked
as
at
cool
4.
as that. Yeah.
Cody Winnicky said, "Did you imagine yourself as like a metal swing set or like a solo wooden board with ropes?"
Oh, it's got to be metal. Oh,
No.
did it have chains?
No, because the ones I used, I remember had like chains.
Yeah.
And like what's that? Like that's like a kind of fabric.
Oh, like a fabric, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the best,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
And
more
those take you the
comfortable.
highest.
Yeah.
You could jump off of them like
Yeah.
the best.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And for a game I played that was throwing your shoe, tira
Yeah.
zapato.
Yeah.
That were the best type of swings. And I have to say, I am still amazing at throwing my shoe.
Yeah, I
When I'm
remember
on a
you
swing,
you
I-
competed with Samu and
I
Fer.
taught Pocha and Fer
Yeah,
once,
yeah.
and Samu too. And I couldn't do like my maximum because they would go,
Oh, come
to
on.
this-
As an adult, you throw it to the street.
yeah. No, and as a child, I throw it so far. Like, trust me, because I was there 8 hours a day. And I was like throwing 1, throwing 2, then like enjoying some
walk?
time in the swing, and then going back for them. And then again, enjoying the swing, then again throwing 1, throwing the other, and back.
That's life.
And that was me. Until my mom was
Until
like,
I
you
met
have
you,
to go.
Nicolas. Until I met you 6 years ago.
Yeah, but I don't remember if I wanted to be like a metal swing or a wooden or a fabric one. I just wanted to be a swing.
Make me any type of swing god.
Marcelo Peralta said maybe one of those tires on a rope swing. Those two.
Yeah, but those are they're not as good as the chain one with the
They're not that aerodynamic. I don't know how
well,
to
you
say
can't
that.
swing on them as
No,
as
they're
much. Or you
like-
can't
they-
jump off of them.
No,
so,
they
but-
go like to the sides also, which isn't
Oh, yeah.
good.
'Cause
Because you
with the-
can't get the speed you want.
Right,
'Cause
'cause with the chain ones, you kind of believe that you could do a loop.
yeah.
You
And
get
you know-
so high that you're like, I'm going to go, do a full 360.
Yeah. I always tried. I think every kid tried.
Everyone, yeah.
Yeah, but I was super enthusiastic, and I was like going so far that I even had like I went to the top, and it had like an interrupted like I don't know.
Oh,
how
it
to
would
call
fall, yeah.
Yeah, it would like fall
the
and then
chain
go
would
back.
fall,
Yeah.
and then you would go, yeah.
Yeah.
That would.
I was
yeah.
super fast, so I did that.
Did you ever
all the
get to
time.
like? Because it was always awesome until there was a point where you were like always like a little too high, and you were horrified.
No, the
Like,
thing is that
you were never scared.
no.
I was always like, I remember always getting to one point where I was like, okay, I think this is a little too much.
No, and I remember my parents be like, Danny, be careful, because I love to not only sit, but when I was up, I love to put my head down.
Yeah.
So I
that's
could
awesome.
be, but like super down. And I was like 5 years old,
Yeah.
6. And I was like putting my head completely there. And I was so happy, I remember. But my parents were like, be careful, you're going to fall, Danny. And my mom was super terrified. But no, I was never scared when I was in the swing. I was so happy.
Well, that's what translated to
I want
your
to
love
be.
of your love of roller coasters and all that
Maybe.
stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Good times. Marcelo Peralta said, as a kid, all I wanted was to hang from the back of a garbage truck. It looks so fun. It looks fun. In Sevilla, which is the town where my dad was born, they have like super inclined streets, and they go up, like they go like this, but they can't like climb one. So they do all the loop across the block, and then they go backwards. So you know that the truck is coming and they come backwards because they can't climb it. So it's super fun because if you were looking by the window, you saw them going backwards, backwards, backwards. I thought that was amazing when I was a kid too. Like you always saw the the garbage truck going backwards. That's amazing. I'm just going to
it's a
memory
perfect
lane.
story.
I'm
It's
sorry.
perfect. It's perfect story.
M.M. Borg, which is Monique, said, "Great painting, just tuning in."
Thank you. Your painting is
On its way.
on its way, Monique. So
Yeah, we well, Nicolas shipped it today.
yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Carlos Cañas dice, a ver, espérame, es que creo que está más largo acá. Ya acá. Disfruté muchísimo con los videos que publicaste usando lápices de colores. ¿Qué lápices utilizaste? También me gustaría decirte que tu manera de empezar los bocetos es muy rápida, orgánica. Me has enseñado mucho. ¿Podrías hablar sobre cómo te afrontas a los encajes y bocetos? Por ejemplo, he notado que haces algunos trazos circulares para localizar el ojo, triangulares en la nariz o reducir el labio a 2 círculos. Nicolás...
Yo no he notado eso, pero chévere. Qué chévere que note eso en mi trabajo.
Sí.
Dime.
No, ya.
¿Más
Y después, no, vi que había repetido de... O sea, había repetido y dice, Nicolás, ¿cómo empiezas tus bocetos?
¿Tus bucetas?
Disfruté mucho tu serie de lápices de color. ¿Qué lapiceros utilizaste?
Sí.
Creo que sean especialmente buenos, ¿o qué opinas?
No, yo he hecho... pregúntele a Dani, uno puede usar los lápices de colores de Fer, eso no tiene nada, honestamente no. La diferencia, o sea, obviamente si uno coge unos Faber-Castell, uno siente una diferencia, pues sí.
Sí, pero
no
si somos
decir,
honestos, tú llegaste a esos lápices por tu sobrina.
Sí, pero
porque
antes,
estaban ahí, no fue como, uy, estos son buenísimos para... No.
Pero uno,
cualquier lápiz.
Uno puede usar cualquier cosa, o sea, cualquier lápiz de color de una miscelánea está bien para dibujar con lápices de color.
Pues además como es sobre papel crudo.
Sí, la diferencia es muy pequeña, o sea, obvio debe tener más parafina un lápiz de color barato que un lápiz costoso, y debe tener obviamente mucho más pigmento un lápiz costoso, pero no se preocupe, nunca tanto como para que uno no pueda trabajar. Entonces, cualquiera, o sea, unos Prismacolor cualquiera están bien, o Verol están bien.
Incluso creo que una vez tú cogiste unos que había comprado Fer en Miniso.
Sí, todos están bien.
O sea, cualquier lápiz,
que costaron como 10,000 pesos toda la caja.
También usaste de los míos que yo compré en Transmilenio, los que son como, que a mí me encantaban. Cada vez que los vendían yo compraba 100 de esos colores. Pero sí, o sea, y costaban 500 pesos.
Y no es habilidad mía, o sea, honestamente, pues sí, los colores costosos son bonitos, pues sí, es como decir un óleo bonito, un pincel bonito, seguro, pero no quiere decir que uno no pueda trabajar con lo que uno puede conseguir en cualquier tienda, es la verdad. Es exactamente igual. Y las maneras como comienzo, no, yo creo que antes usted me dio como una luz de cómo hago este tipo de cosas. No sé, ¿sabe? Yo supongo que en algún momento profes me sugerían buscar formas, ir de grande a pequeño, como todas las cosas que uno puede oír acerca de cómo comenzar dibujos o cómo comenzar a encuadrar cosas. Pero, no sé, hoy en día soy mucho más desordenado, como mucho más reactivo, simplemente por el hecho de querer ver qué pasa. Quiero darme esa opción de saber, bueno, y si me dejo, si no chequeo mi proporción para poder acceder como a una desproporción así como mucho más sensible, ¿cómo se ve eso? O sea, si tomo esa decisión, ¿qué pasa con la imagen? Entonces, ese tipo de cosas me interesan muchísimo más hoy en día que estar como chequeando a todo momento, proporciones, medidas, distancias. Sí, pero no tengo, no tengo un método, si le soy súper sincero. No, al menos, por lo menos no creo tenerlo.
Me acordé de lo último del columpio.
Ah, por favor, cuéntanos.
Y es que yo
Para
decía,
terminar, que ya casi, yo creo que ya acabo.
no, es solo como yo le decía. O sea, si le preguntas a mi mamá, ella te va a decir que yo quería ser un culuncho.
Un culuncho.
Culuncho, porque yo les
Bueno,
decía culunchos.
eso suena un poquito raro, pero
Culuncho.
sí,
Sí.
un culuncho.
Yo estoy en memory lane ahorita. O sea, tú
Sí,
estabas hablando y yo acá sonriendo acordándome.
sí, como una papa.
Como una mensi, sí. Un culuncho. Quería ser yo.
Culuncho. Te deberías tatuar un culuncho.
No, y la palabra culuncho, eso se ve todo.
Sí, sí, de pronto la gente no lo toma bien.
No, uy. Pilas que esa es de los
Es peligrosa,
culunchos.
alto calibre.
Sí. Uy, los culunchos son densos.
Peligrosos.
Sí. Culuncho.
I think I'm done. I think I'm good.
I like it a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
What
well,
did you do?
no, I wasn't super into this little stroke here, but now it's better. That's good. Let me put brushes down in a place where they don't get other brushes dirty. Yeah, so I think I'm done. It's very nice. It's very, I don't know how, I'm hoping this is very exaggerated. I made a conscious decision of maybe making these a little harsher. Just so it is a younger Mick on the picture, but I think I made it a little bit older. I emphasized some of these breaks just a little bit more, some of the folds in the skin and the wrinkles just a little bit, but I think it made for an interesting painting. But in terms of formal decisions, there are many places where I respect the black. There's a few places where I'm respecting the grays that come from black and white. Some of them are very preliminary, let's call them. They feel like they're down, underneath the painting, but they're kind of there. And then the rest of the painting was balancing all these like kind of violet grays and red grays until you get to like this area, which is pretty obvious that the cad red, never showing its like, highest chroma or its potential to be super, super bright. But it shows up and it just gives you like a spot where you can land and just say, okay, I'm supposed to, this is where I'm supposed to be at. So I like it. It's a strange painting, but it's very nice. I thought it was a perfect palette to match the subject matter. So that was pretty cool. So any questions?
So I'm going to read some comments.
Okay.
And I think we are good.
Yeah, because we got to let Danny go work.
Yeah.
Ooh.
My cousin said, what?
No, I was just joking.
What did you say?
What was that?
It was
The
a cry
whoo.
for help.
Okay. What did Cacaito
my cousin
Rodriguez
said,
say?
looks amazing, Coco.
Thank
and an
you.
emoji washing hands. I didn't know that existed.
Thank you, Cacaito.
Coco Varela.
Coco Varela, Cacaito
Varela.
Rodriguez.
Cologne. Iván dice que buena pintura. Cody
Muchas gracias,
Winnicky
Iván.
said so good.
Thank you, Cody.
Y Pedro Alvarado dice, se ve filete maestro. Que no sé qué significa,
Yo
pero
tampoco. Pero
podemos
suena
terminar
como a
en
una
eso.
expresión.
Uy, se ve filete maestro.
Sí, muchas gracias.
¿Qué vas a decir?
No pude.
Te
Iba a ser
demoraste mucho.
como alguna expresión
Cualquier
de
palabra
carne.
podías decir.
No sé, pedazo de lomo. No sé cómo
Por
le iba a
eso te hubiera
decir.
salido
No sé,
perfecto,
por eso,
pero
no
la
pude.
pausa...
No pude.
Sí.
No me sentí. O sea, iba a decir y me sentí bobo, entonces me quedé ahí varado. En vez de comprometerme.
Pero si siempre decimos
Sí,
bobadas.
no sé. Sí, mi churrasco. Le hubiera podido decir sí, mi churrasco.
Bueno,
pero-
con eso la mejoraste.
Bueno.
Ariel Celeda dice, sorprendido como siempre.
No, muchas gracias, Ariel. Y
Bueno.
gracias por ayudarnos en todo sentido a la conversación de lavar pinceles.
De jabón
Y
Ariel.
la desviación, la tangente tan linda que tuvimos cuando buscamos sobre orígenes de jabones. en Colombia.
Sí. Muchas gracias a todos. A ver, te rescato. Gracias a todos. Y nos vemos mañana.
Nos vemos mañana.
Thank you everyone for joining us. And we'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. Some Stardust tomorrow, maybe.
Some what?
Some Ziggy Stardust.
Oh, okay. I understood some startups.
Oh, startups?
like,
No, we can't offer any of that.
Yeah, I was like,
no,
what?
no. Our small startup is our Painted Lives, and
Yeah.
it's going downhill.
No, and our Kickstarter.
It's going down.
Which, by the way,
That Kickstarter, all
check
that
our
money
Kickstarter
is
if you
money
want
that
to.
we owe.
No.
What book? We're going to take the money and run.
Don't joke.
Run!
Terrible
Run,
joke.
Danny!
No, of course you're gonna have an amazing
Run.
book if you
Yes.
support our campaign. So
Yes.
thank you everyone.
Thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow.